traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, and the beaches.
This summer, rediscover a place where every day gives your family more to take home than just a suntan. St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, and the beaches. Welcome to the new world. Explore Florida's historic coast.com.
Since 1984, Solar Source has helped Central Florida homeowners beat rising energy costs. Now, during the Solar Source Price Rewind event, they're offering pre-2020 pricing, a deal you may never see again. So there's no pressure with them, no gimmicks, just expert guidance. And for a limited time, Solar Source will honor any pre-2020 solar electric quote while supplies last. Join over 75,000 homeowners who've already made the switch. Join solarsource.com/monsters to get your quote today.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
July 4th, 2026, the 250th anniversary of American independence. The Great American State Fair becomes the center of it all. All 50 states, a national prayer moment. And that night, the largest fireworks display in the history of the world. There's never been a July 4th like this one. There never will be again. Plan your trip at freedom250.org. Freedom 250, the Great American State Fair, July 4th.
Listen to Real Radio in your smart home. Just tell Alexa to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
Are you all worked up and working too much?
You know what y'all need? Y'all need to chill out. Y'all need to have fun. Y'all need some adventure. Why, y'all need Gatorland. How do we know? Ain't no one got more animals, more gators, or more fun than Gatorland. And now, Florida residents get what they need for less with $17.50 admission. Now through the end of June. We know what y'all need. Y'all need Gatorland.
Hey, it's Russ Rollins for HBN USA. Is your bathroom outdated, unattractive, and even unsafe? Well, good news. HBN Bath can transform it into a beautiful, modern space that you're going to love in as little as one day. No long, messy remodels, just fast, professional results. Visit HBNUSA.com to schedule your free consultation. Plus, enjoy 0% financing, no payments for 18 months, or up to $2,500 off your project. Visit HBNUSA.com. Restrictions apply. License number CBC 1255975.
In this edition of the Marketer's Report, Giovanni Martinez, Senior Director of Marketing and Innovation for Avocados from Mexico, speaks on audio's reach.
We know how powerful is audio. I mean, with the frequency, the reach that you can generate with that component is something that we always have as an add-on in our campaigns.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia connects marketers to the audiences, live conversations, and trusted influencers you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartAdvertising.com.
You've got to try the new TikTok diet.
Just ask Chat.
I just take blue-green algae.
Or you could trust your gut. When it comes to your health, how do you know what's right for you? That's where Viome comes in. Viome is a simple, at-home gut health test that analyzes your real-time biology to give you personalized nutrition guidance and custom supplements. Not trends, your biology.
Learn more at Viome.com/know. V as in Victor, IOME.com/KNOW. And use coupon code Viome50 to save $50 off your purchase.
Hey, it's the News Junkie. And I don't need to be an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad. Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every day, and it's awful. Do me a favor, eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. The #1 mistake people make when getting a mortgage is not comparing their quote. It's so easy to compare at my website, thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
I'm Patrick. I was injured in a motorcycle accident. I hired one of the lawyers I heard all the time on the radio. He told me the only insurance I could recover was $10,000. Then I called attorney Glenn Clausman. With Glenn Clausman as my attorney, less than a month later, I had a check for a whole lot more money. Car, truck, or motorcycle accident? Call Glenn Clausman at Clausman Law. That's KLAUSMAN law.com. Office Winter Park.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
Team USA is likely set to take on Bosnia-Herzegovina in the round of 32 after Bosnia's 3-1 win yesterday over Qatar.
Oh, it's in! That should do it for Bosnia!
The Americans finished group play tonight in Los Angeles against Turkey, one of 6 matches today. They include Germany and Ecuador in East Rutherford, New Jersey, and Paraguay and Australia in Santa Clara, California.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station guaranteed human.
Now, your chance to win $2,500. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Liberty. That's Liberty. Enter it now.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie starts now.
It is Thursday, June 25th, 2026. Lots to get to today. From twin earthquakes hit Venezuela to a veterinarian goes viral for insane summer pet advice. And absolutely bizarre rumors shock the world in Kenya. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. C-Lane is here.
Hello.
So are you. You can join us with a dispatch. Send yours now over at thenewsjunkie.com. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your messages rolling right into the studio in real time. Hey, everybody. How we all doing on a Thursday?
Good. Not bad.
Quick announcement here. Quick announcement
All right.
for Thursday. We will be taking your confessions once again today. If you want free absolution, that's right. You've come to the right place. If you want free absolution on a Thursday, come to us with your confessions, your dispatches, and emails. Your confessions are accepted today. We will give you absolution for whatever you've done, no matter what it is. Say very particular things. Almost everything has gotten absolution so far on this show.
What have we not given absolution for?
I don't know, it might be like I killed my friend, and we'll be like, whoa, I don't know. That's one of the big ones there. Usually we just say, yes, we absolve you, free absolution here for your confessions on a Thursday via dispatch and email, and best confession gets a big prize, okay? All right, a fantastic, you get all like the merch you could ask for, a bunch of stuff sent directly to you for your best confession.
Pack.
That's right. They call it a prize pack in the radio world.
I haven't heard that in forever.
We have details about our live show coming up next week. We haven't done a live show in about 18 billion years. We are really, really waiting for the moment to arrive here, and the moment has arrived. So next Friday, we're going to be live. We'll have the video set up out there, C-Lane's new video set up, so we should be looking better than we have when on remote before, and it's going to be a blast. So we've got lots of stuff to start leaking out to you starting today about the big upcoming broadcast next week. So here we go. Let's get started. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to, well, you know where we're going. We're having fun with the World Cup stuff still. This time, it's not the Tartan Army. It's the Japanese folks, the lovely folks. Indeed, yes, I feel
like they're if this were automobile racing, the Scottish and the Japanese are kind of, well, one takes the lead, then the other takes the lead, then they're back and forth and back and forth.
They're both fun, man. They're fun. They're both having a good time.
Oh, I've been drinking all day. They're like, I don't speak English. I've been drinking some more. But this is the best country ever.
You know what? All that means, C-Lane, is they both know their strengths. Okay? Yeah. That's what they know. They both know their strengths, absolutely. And in this case, we're talking about our friends in Japan. So let's go over and see what happened. There was a Japan in Dallas. Over in Dallas.
There's a Japan in Dallas?
Well, there was a Japan fan in Dallas. I should just call the person a Japan.
They just fit a whole Japan right there in Dallas. That's how big Dallas is. Everything's bigger in Texas.
You're a Japan, aren't you? No, I shouldn't call him that. You're a Japanese fan, a Japanese World Cup fan, is in Dallas, Texas. And he's talking about how he's out of money. He doesn't have any more paid time off or PTO left.
Oh, this guy.
but he's still not willing to miss any games. All right, doesn't want to miss any games. Let's go to him to start the show. Here we go.
I want you to look at Shige's sign. You're from Tokyo. Are you out of money?
I haven't money.
You got any PTO?
Oh my God, PTO.
First of all, everything's so dramatic. Oh my God, PTO. It's just, all of it's over the top, great, dramatic, and he's got this little sign that says money left 0, PTO left 0, Japan game missed 0.
You haven't missed any Japan games?
So yes, of course. Oh, Japan match.
What about your memories?
Bad. Memory is infinity. Thank you. Please, PTO.
PTO. He's chanting PTO out there. So maybe he could stay a little longer for the World Cup. And this guy is just having a good time. And in America, you can do that, apparently, even when you have no PTO and no money. Yeah,
sure.
You're able to pull those things off. PTO. It's just, I haven't heard that chanted before, but that's what he's doing.
He said PTO.
He doesn't want to go back to work. He's having a good time.
Of course he doesn't want to go back to work. This is life now. The people have now realized, hey, is it possible that we accelerate the AI takeover? You take all of our jobs very quickly, and then you just give us all the AI money, and we all become rich from the robots' work until they take us over. And if we could just start that right now, that'd be great. That's what this guy's saying. It's just going to be a good time. So there they are, the Japanese fans out in Dallas for the World Cup, still having fun. The Scottish fans, though, we got to give them their say as we start out here. And, of course, I am going to get to the absolute horror movie that is playing out in Venezuela. For those of you not following, very interesting details on this coming up in the second segment of the show. But let's start off with a little more fun stuff, because Scotland is still loose in South Florida. They're all over the place running wild. Hulkamania running wild out there. More than 40 million people worldwide claim Scottish ancestry. I am among them. Well, not really. I'm French and Irish, actually. But 40 million people out there are Scottish. And many are in South Florida right now. I don't know how many, but it seems like all of them.
I don't know if I have any Scottish. Maybe I should refer back to that Temu DNA test you bought me that one time.
It was a nice gift, C-Lane. It was a nice gift that I gave you to tell you your ancestry. And it said, basically, he's just like a little British boy. He's or were you Swedish? Little Swedish boy?
There's a lot of Swedish. There's a lot of the Scandinavian and Viking kind of blood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, these folks, they call them the Tartan Army. They're out there in force. They formed the society, the Scottish American Society of South Florida, back in 1983 to welcome these folks in moments like this. They've got their pipe band out there. They've got all of that stuff. But one of my favorite things is they just can't get enough of all of the different fun American things that you can do. And they're out there. It's kind of funny because they think a lot of us are cowboys, which is, most of us, just so you know, if you're watching from Scotland or Europe or anywhere out there, most of us are not actually cowboys, right? We are not. We are not cowboys, most of. We don't have cowboy hats. I don't even own a cowboy hat, for God's sake.
I can't own a cowboy hat.
They don't make them that big, folks.
I've tried to look for one. I mean, if you own a cowboy hat store, I challenge you to find a big enough cowboy hat for me.
Yeah, it's not going to work for him. But for these Scottish folks, they are now play acting and LARPing as rednecks, which is even more fun. I mean, they come in, they're like, what do we do? And they go, well, we're American. Let's put on some cowboy hats and let's go mudding. So they're literally going mudding in the United States of America, falling in love with America, one mudding truck at a time.
Four-wheeling through the muck of South Central Texas.
They're in Texas here.
Drew Haas invited two couples from Poland and France to his 30-acre spread for a 2-day taste of Texas.
All right, these particular people trying it out this time are from Poland and France, right? But people from all over the world have been flooding to things like this, and they are out there like play acting like they think Americans play act, which is kind of funny because I've never done half the things that they're doing.
This farmer that invited them out, did you hear his name?
What's his name?
Like Drew Haas.
Drew Haas?
He would never want to be friends with me because every time I see him, I'd be like, Drew Haas.
It would be epic if it was German tourists that they're like, "What's your name?" Drew Haas. Okay, Drew Haas.
Oh,
Let's
just
go.
like the song from Rammstein.
And get them to experience that.
Is this him?
Wanted to open the world up to my home. My soul's been lit on fire.
Your soul's been lit on fire.
The CBS News guy is like, "Sir, I'm sorry. Hold on. Your soul's been lit on fire."
He seems so surprised by that.
Yeah, what's happening here, which is great, is like this reinvigoration in America where people are like, "Oh, okay, like we don't have a beater. Like our country's got a lot of cool stuff still. It's just idiots fighting over politics and like stuff you don't like in the political world. But our stuff is pretty cool, and we got some cool stuff." And this guy goes, "It's reinvigorated my soul." And the CBS guy's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!"
I want to show them my Texas and get them to experience that because I wanted to open the world up to my home. My soul's been lit on fire.
Your soul's been lit on fire.
Been lit on fire just seeing all these people enjoy themselves here.
Let's do some cowboy stuff. David Mazur and Martina Bijinska live in Silesia, southwestern Poland.
All right, so this is very different for them, right? They're from Poland. They've come all the way over here, and they're like, "Oh, we're going to do line dancing. We're going to put on our cowboy hats like every American does." They kind of think it's a bit like when you arrive into Hawaii and they put the lei on you. Some of these tourists are thinking like, you get to America, they go, "Well, here's your cowboy hat, partner. Here you go. Get in your mudding truck and let's do a little bit of this." Again, just, to the Polish people, to the French people, I do not know how to line dance. I'm an American, right? Okay, born in America, raised in America.
Can you do the ones where they tell you what to do?
Which one? What do you mean? What?
The ones
one hop this time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm a competent
there's
human
other
being.
songs that tell you what the dance moves are. I don't remember what they are right now, but I remember like
Charlie Brown.
If I went to the line dancing bar back in the day, I was like, "Oh, it's one of the songs that tells you what to do. I'm in. Let's go."
Yeah, Watermelon Crawl, right? Yeah, yeah.
I used to know the Copperhead Road.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that one too. Yeah, so they think we all do this. They think we wake up and have breakfast and do this. Like we have an American breakfast, and then we go, "All right, here we go."
And then you're going to grab my hand right here.
Haas taught them to dance the two-step.
I would say it's all new to us. My dad grew up watching like John Wayne westerns. You just want to see it for yourself.
I was a bit skeptical about it, but then I just feel like, yes, I can do this all
dance
day.
with handsome cowboys.
Yeah, right? It's okay, let me tell you something, Polish guy. Don't ever let I have to imagine they're together. Don't ever let your girlfriend or your wife dance with some strangely polished cowboy with like a chiseled jaw and like a little bit of charisma.
Owns land.
Yeah. Because every movie I've seen doesn't end well when the cowboy gets his impression on your lady friend. I don't think that's going to work out. Here they are at Buc-ee's.
Took them to Buc-ee's.
Of course.
This one has 98 pumps and aisles of Americana.
It's so funny because it's almost like I'm now picturing it like if you go to Africa and you go on like a safari and they're like, "Oh, here is the lion, Mr. Watson, and over here is the water buffalo," and they're showing you all of the cheetah. They're showing you all the animals that from like the African safari world. In our world, it's like here is the watermelon crawl. Here is like they're giving them. Here's Buc-ee's. It's part of the tour.
Dude, the World Cup has been huge for Buc-ee's. Freddie went to Buc-ee's. Now these Polish people are going to Buc-ee's, and I think Buc-ee's is just sitting there going, "All right, let's bring in the money."
You know what's funny about that, C-Lane? When I think about that, I go, all I know is the companies that haven't advertised during the World Cup. The Colgate company that they tried to get them to remove their advertising because it was on the arena where they're performing.
Oh, you mean Gillette that had to cover 61,000 seats?
Yeah.
Gillette.
Yeah, Gillette that had to put a little marker over 61,000 seats in a stadium. All I know is the companies that aren't actually advertised.
Levi's, which you can see right through, the covering on that. Like, you can almost still see it say Levi's, and it's definitely the shape of it. But I just think it's so funny that Buc-ee's has turned into this thing, because I find Buc-ee's to be a relatively young company. They're not, they're just a little older than myself, and they've only really ramped up in the past 10, 15 years or so, and become this household name. And now that the World Cup is back in America, it's turned into like a quintessential American thing overnight.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, not to bring too much stupid history into it, but if you go back to my childhood, it was pretty similar to, I think, a lot of people who grew up in the southeastern United States. And you had a handful of gas stations that you were familiar with. So you had like Shell and Mobil and BP, and you had most of those. You might have a couple little like local change, Amoco, AAMCO. Is that it?
That's Amco.
Yeah, damn it. I'm sure they have a song too.
No, those two are different. I used to get them confused when I was a kid.
You would go to all of these predictable gas stations that you grew up with, and then all of a sudden there was a big breakthrough. The breakthrough started with a couple of different places, but one of them was Wawa, right? Wawa was a regional gas station in the Northeast, heavily in Pennsylvania, I believe. And it started to spread out. And then all of a sudden, Wawas were everywhere, and it changed the gas station experience. And then Buc-ee's started spreading out from what? Texas?
Yes.
I think that's where it came from. That started spreading out. But now it's like Buc-ee's is just seen as America, at least by these World Cup folks, for sure, right?
They began expanding outside of Texas in 2018.
Oh, really? That's it?
From 1984 to 2018,
yeah,
they were only in Texas. It was only a thing you could find in Texas.
Wow. By the way, my African accent was a huge hit in chat.
Oh,
Just
I know.
wanted to say,
Trust
shouts out to you folks. Nailed that. It's because of my time spent
in a couple hours too
on the oldest continent there. Okay, let's see what else they have.
Smitten by a mega gas station.
This is the America that I want to live in. This is the America that I know it can be.
Turns out America is her own best ambassador.
We really love this lifestyle. We enjoy every second of it. We just want to soak it in.
It's so funny because they're mudding in a truck. The wheels are spinning. They're doing all of this stuff. And you go, you know what? Let's just let them think that's totally what we all do. Yeah, that's it. That's it. And in a way, it's right, isn't it? Because it is
regionally correct. Yes.
Yeah, it is an American experience. Right? If you were a kid growing up in Brooklyn, you're going to have a different American experience. If you were a kid growing up in Los Angeles, California, you're going to have a different American experience. Or Miami, Florida, right? That's kind of the glory of it all, I think. It's pretty damn cool to me. So there they are. This time it was Poland and France, the tourists having fun at Texas.
It's very funny to me that they're like, oh, let's bring you over here and go mudding in a truck, like one of the simplest pleasures you could offer somebody. And meanwhile, there's like a Six Flags Over Texas going, we have roller coasters here.
We have spent millions.
Yeah.
We have invested so much money. Please come hang out over here.
Very talented engineers have put together an experience for you, and you are in a pickup truck that looks like it's got 200,000 miles on it at least, going through mud.
But that's not how it works. How it works is what people want to do. And that's what they want to have some fun. They want to go get that American experience. MFQ says it's very much part of American culture. It all is. This is my point. Like, all of it together is. And then when they see how much variety there is here, these World Cup fans are going, oh, that's cool. What the hell? We don't have that much variety where we come from, for God's sake. All right, a couple of emails real quick. Matthew emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com. He says, Sean, Florida, Nevada, and other tourist states have a rule that if a tourist does an arrestable offense, they get arrested 100% of the time because they will never come back to court. They'll just choose to not visit the state again. So they had no choice but to arrest the parents on that Florida beach as opposed to giving them a ticket just because they're from Texas. This happened to me right when I first moved to Florida. I had my Colorado license still. All I had was a broken marijuana pipe. Why don't you just throw it away? That's it. Nothing else. I was arrested.
I've seen people not throw away broken marijuana pipes. It really comes off as kind of trashy.
I was arrested and they made it clear, and it's because I had a Colorado ID or they would have given me a ticket. Thank you for the email, Matthew. I don't know how true or not true that is, that they just arrested a couple, like the couple that ditched their baby on the beach that we talked about a few days ago, because they're not local residents and they don't think they'll come back. I've heard of friends of mine going to other states and getting tickets and stuff for sure, not getting arrested.
Tickets, though, but getting arrested is different. I mean, you have to come back. You'll be held in contempt of court, and they'll come rope your ass up and bring you back, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would think, but maybe Matthew's right. We'll see what people say. Another Matthew says, Sean, watch the whole video about those parents walking away from the baby on the beach. I think you'll feel less sympathy for the parents. Although I do agree they shouldn't have been arrested because they do seem like straight-edge parents that made a mistake. But they went all the way down the beach, like as far as you could walk for 30 minutes and walk back for 30 minutes. They definitely abandoned the baby for that hour. They didn't keep an eye on it from afar. They could have told their beach neighbor, if anything goes wrong, we'll be a half mile that way, but they didn't do it, says Matthew. To be clear, Matthew, it's strange when this happens to me. I think we're absolutely in agreement on this, okay? Because I don't really have a lot of sympathy for the parents. I don't care about the parents. I never express sympathy for the parents. I have sympathy for the kids. And when you said, I do agree they shouldn't have been arrested, well, I was just saying it would have been better if they weren't physically arrested because that separated them even more from the kids.
Better for the children to not further separate them, physically arrest them.
Yes.
Who do the kids go to? DCF? You know,
Right.
any of that stuff. Better for the children for that.
Mm-hmm.
But still, like, the alternative, you know, in our minds is not let the parents off scot-free. Like, they should see some repercussion for this.
Definitely, 100%. Yeah, I don't have any sympathy for them in terms of what they did was wrong, and they should maybe learn a lesson and stuff. I just sometimes think we do like a two wrongs make a right thing, where I think, you know, two wrongs don't make a right. We could have done this so that they paid a punishment, but maybe one of them was put in jail, not the other one, so they could take care of the kids. That's what I was looking for there. Sorry if that didn't get across. Anonymous says, Sean, I work at a bank. I'm wondering if you can do a bill pay with your current situation, like go into online banking, put in the electric company as a bill to be paid, sometimes done electronically. Sometimes the bill pay system mails a check either way. You have to have the funds for them to do it. The electric company may put it through. That's a good idea, actually.
That's not bad.
That's a good idea. I was talking about the spider curse got me here in the studio, and now I cannot pay my power bill unless I pay it in person for a year. Long story, talked about it at the beginning of the show yesterday. And finally, Katie says, hi, guys. Obama and Biden spent $300 to $400 million on that reflecting pool, and it still looked like crap and it stunk. Trump fixed it and the haters vandalize it. Bitch at those people. Tell them you want your money back. Love to all, from Katie. I do not know. Can we very, very, very quickly, did Obama and Biden spend $300 to $400 million on the reflecting pool?
Who was president in 2009?
2009 would have been Obama, I think, but I'm not positive.
Using funding from the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act of 2009, the National Park Service reconstructed the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool. $30.74 million project began in November 2010. Then it sounds like they just rebuilt the pool.
Yeah. When I went by 10 years ago, maybe, it was still nice. It wasn't, didn't stink like she was saying. But all right, there we go. Quick break. When we come back, we're going to get into it. We got to get into the situation obviously happening in Venezuela at some point here. I might need a little more time to do that. When we come back, it's summer, it's hot. And I just heard, and this is going viral, so we have to address it, the most unhinged advice from a veterinarian about what we should be doing with our pets during the summer. Is this true? We'll go over it. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-37.
Hello! Happy Thursday. Welcome behind the scenes of the show. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Hello, everybody. Hello, TNJ Chat, YouTube, Twitch. Everybody up on the studio screen on Mega Chat. Zach, Chaos, Steph, Yuckers, Flats, Weed, Noah. Hey, Noah. Sun State John. Sorry about your eye, buddy. He's hitting a Foster's beer at 9 a.m. His eye's not feeling well. Ardenus, Big Dub. Hey, everybody. Can you say that again with your African accent?
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
That is not that far away. I think it's in the ballpark. It's the problem is you might not recognize my African accent because it's a sub-Saharan African accent, and it might not gel with your ears. That's your ignorance. Try with blackface? Do you think that would make it more legit? Would that make it more like immersive, the overall experience? That was terrible? No, I don't think so. Hey, Barbara. I'm good. You? Hey, Django Fat. Swamp Fox, Mel Bell. Everybody, good to see you. Now, I don't know how many of you have been following the situation in Venezuela, but I have some of the most insane clips from this that are going viral. It really kind of paints the picture of twin earthquakes hitting within just a matter of minutes, I believe, like something I've never seen. So I'm excited to get into that, not because I'm excited about what happened to Venezuela, but I want to show you some of the footage coming out of there. I don't know if we'll have enough time for that right here. So let's start in a different place, chat. First things first, how many of you have either a dog or a cat in chat? How many of you have either a dog or a cat? That's where we'll start. You have a dog or a cat, one of the two. Both? We got both, okay? On board with both. Both, two boths, okay? No pets currently. All right, you're safe on this front, Anonymous. But there's a veteran going explosively viral right now because it's hot. And he's offered some advice up about your pets. And I want to talk about if you've ever heard this in your life. 3 dogs, 2 dogs, I got both. Yes, both. I have both a dog and a cat. Okay. All right, so you may disagree with this. But I feel like, generally speaking, from doing this show for so long, I have been exposed to so many things across the planet. Stories from all over the world. It's why I have a pretty good grasp of geology and geographic spaces and different countries and cultures and an understanding of things that a lot of other people don't, because obsessing about the news stories has brought me to these different places, virtually in most cases, but physically in some, and allowed me to explore it. So when I see something and I'm like, I've never heard of this before. If I've never heard of it before, to me it's sort of like, what is going on here? And that's what's happening with this story that I want to get into, okay? Look at, hey, it's Sean. He's got his little dog right there. No pets and loving the freedom. You're missing out. You're missing out, friend. Geology or geography? Both. Yeah, both. So here's the story. In this video that's now going viral, a veterinarian says it's hot outside. Okay, we know that. The veterinarian says you are not doing the right thing by your pet if you take them outside and don't apply sunscreen. Have you ever in your life heard that you're supposed to put sunscreen on your dog? Am I the only one who has never encountered this in my life? This veterinarian, I'll play the clip of him when we come back, is saying, hey, it's hot out there. Your animal is in danger. Your animal is at risk of the sun exposure. You need to be coating your dog in sunscreen. Anybody ever heard of this? Ever? In the history of ever? Yeah, I've never heard this before in my life.
To me, it doesn't make any sense. To me, it doesn't add up at all. This is a very new idea for me. Scraping bedrock for hot takes today? No, I think it's... How many fucking people have a dog, dumbass? And how many people have never heard of this before? This guy's a legit veterinarian, and he's suggesting that we're doing it all wrong. We need to take better care of our pets in the sun. All right, we're coming back right now. I've never heard of this before. I think it sounds really stupid, but I'm going to open my mind, and we'll see if this guy can convince me. Maybe we'll put a little sunscreen on Lady Dog if this guy's convincing. All right, here we go. We're coming back right now. Then we'll get into the Venezuela stuff. Lots of updates. Big show today. Stand by.
.com/KNOW. And use coupon code VOLUME50 to save $50 off your purchase.
And eat everything blue.
No, thank you.
I've been hearing for decades that the markets can solve climate change. Today, we have more incentives for market solutions than ever, and emissions are rising. On this season of Drilled, Carbon Cowboys, the story of 3 market solutions colliding in one multinational boondoggle.
You gotta give Bruce and the guys credit. They're Republicans. They don't give a shit about any of this stuff.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Drilled and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Now, your chance to win $2,500. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Liberty. That's Liberty. Enter it now.
Forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening to the news.
I tell you, I'm excited to hang out with you today. Learn more about the show. Go over to the website, which is thenewsjunkie.com. We're taking your confessions, of course. We'll work those in as we roll through the show today. I want to put this out there because it's one of those things that makes me feel a little bit crazy. And this is a person who says they're an expert. Now, I'll be honest with you. When I was little, I had a lot of respect for experts. But the older I get, the more I'm like, this person is an expert? What the hell is going on here? And it's hot. We all know that. 88 degrees as I speak into this microphone right now. Many of you are outside in the middle of it, and I feel terrible that that's the situation you find yourself in the heat of the summer here. You got people over in Europe just melting because these idiots won't put air conditioners in their houses. But there's a veterinarian who's going mega viral today. And he is, he's legit, Dr. Scott. He says, Dr. Scott, the vet, and he suggests that when it's hot like this, we're supposed to be putting sunscreen on our dogs. And I have to tell you, of all the things that I've heard in my life, I've never heard anybody say this, and it doesn't make any sense to me at all. All right, maybe this is some sort of joke he's trying to pull on people, but like, when I think about Lady, I don't want Lady to get sun cancer, but it doesn't seem like a big deal for a dog who's got fur all over their bodies.
Do dogs get skin cancer?
I've never heard of it, but this guy's trying to convince us that we need to do this. Dr. Scott is his name. Here he is.
Animals, pets, and skin cancer. It was a pet called Bobble, who had been treated by her lovely vet, Katie. Unfortunately, Bobble was a street cat astray who, when she came into the practice, Katie had noticed that there was some sort of hair loss on the tips of the ears.
Okay, this is a cat that he's talking about. Somebody's cat that they brought in, and they said they noticed a little hair loss on the tips of the ears. And so, I mean, I guess they're suggesting that you put sunscreen or sun lotion on your cat's ears because they're at risk of getting skin cancer. Again, this is all new to me, but let's see. Maybe we're convinced.
The scabbing and some curling of the ears, and actually with a little bit of investigation found her to be suffering with squamous cell carcinoma. That is one of the skin cancers that we see in pets. The other one is melanoma, which is a particularly nasty disease which can spread to vital organs and cause death quite quickly.
That's not good.
It's really important that as pet owners we are vigilant about changes to the skin and particularly the pigmentation of more lightly skinned, pale animals, or especially where they have a lot of bald patches or even bald cats like a Sphinx, you do need to apply sunscreen. Now that's
okay. All right. Okay. So stop right there. So he's saying you need to apply sunscreen to your pets, to your dogs, to your cats. Never heard of this in my life. Number one. Then he says a Sphinx. Okay, a Sphinx is a hairless cat, for those of you who don't know. If I had a hairless cat, where is it even encountering the sun?
Yeah.
What am I doing? Like, am I letting a Sphinx, a hairless cat, just wander around my neighborhood? That seems like a death wish for the Sphinx. So, I mean, maybe it makes some sense. And I want to open this up. If you're a vet or a vet tech, or you've heard something like this before, somebody says he lost all credibility with his haircut. Don't judge him based on the haircut, all right? I have never heard of this before in my life. If you have a cat, I mean, most cats that we have hopefully stay inside of our house, or it's an outside cat. And as far as I'm aware, animals know, I've seen this a million times with my own eyes. Animals know very well how to regulate how much sunshine they need. Like, they're really good at this. Mm-hmm. You might see your dog in the morning or your cat find a little space where the sun is coming in.
Lexi loves a good little layout. She goes right out the doggy door. I'll have let her out, and usually she comes back and scratches at the window to say, hey, I want back in. I'll be like, she hasn't done this. And, she's been out there for a while, and I'll look out, and she's just, get in the sun.
They love it, right? They do this. They know how to regulate this. I don't know if I've ever heard of anybody, because it's hot outside, going, well, let's get that suntan lotion all over my dog.
He mentioned, the melanoma, dark pigmented tumors or flesh-colored growths, often found in the mouth, nail beds, or on haired skin, even haired skin. And this is talking about canine skin cancer, not cats.
Yeah.
But he also mentioned they talk about it here, the squamous cell carcinoma.
Right, that's what he said, yeah.
Often linked to sun exposure, these appear as raised, firm, not watery, warty.
Okay.
As in covered in warts. Raised, firm, warty, or ulcerated plaques. That's disgusting. Commonly found in areas with sparse hair like the belly, nose, and ear tips.
I know that there's areas on any animal where they have a little less fur, but I've just not ever heard of this. And I feel like I'm not some crazy hippie, but I feel like I don't know enough about what's in all these suntan lotions to know if they're good just to be rubbing all over your dog.
Aren't a bunch of the suntan lotions you have this was not tested on animals?
Now it is.
But now I'm supposed to do it?
Yeah, it's like, we cannot test this on animals. But however, make sure you lube up your German Shepherd before you send it out to the
This
sun.
guy's getting checks from Big Sunscreen.
There's no way, right? I mean, I've never heard this before in my life. I've not heard this. We need some people to weigh in on this. Perhaps you've heard this before, but putting sunscreen on your dog or your cat does not make any sense to me. It seems stupid.
This person says, my white dog wears a doggy SPF sun shirt. That's fine.
That can make sense of that.
During summer walks, she loves lying in the sun by the window. Her freckles have doubled in size, and she's had to have some skin removed. I had a previous rescue white dog that had skin cancer and ultimately died from it spreading to her body. Well, that is terrible, and I'm sorry to hear that. I think she was saying yes to dogs get skin cancer, not yes to sunscreen.
It's got to be pretty rare, though, right? Like, in humans, skin cancer is pretty common, actually. I mean, most guys who die, if you're a man and you die, you're dying with prostate cancer, all right? I'm not saying you're dying from prostate cancer, but it's very frequent the case that older men, when you die, you have some form of prostate cancer. Whether it's advanced or not advanced is a different question.
And erectile dysfunction. Call my boys.
There's a lot of people who end up dying with that, right? But in humans, skin cancer, huge. Melanoma, huge. But in pets, this has got to be so rare that I can't see that this would make any sense to do this. But that's what this vet is saying to do.
It does need to be specific to pets because many have zinc oxide, which is toxic to animals.
Oh,
so
great.
do make sure that you apply that to the tips of the ears, to the nose, just any areas which are hairless. And as we're moving into the hotter months, just do remember about heat stroke, particularly with flat-faced dogs. They struggle to breathe the best of times, and when they're hot, even more so. So keep them nice and cool. Lots of cooling mat.
Yeah, I mean,
fan.
look, buddy, I do all this stuff. I make sure when we take Lady out, I put my hand on the asphalt to see how hot it's going to be on her stupid little dog paws, even though I think they're pretty tough. I go out there and I'm like, okay, it's hot. We bring a water so she can have a water to drink from, not even the public water because it made her sick one time. I do all of these things where I'm like, okay, this seems like the right thing to do. I'm not putting sunscreen on the dog. Unless an expert comes at me that's more expert than this guy.
When you say public water, do you mean like when you're walking down like the street in like a smaller area, like a neighborhood or something, and some shop has a water bowl out?
Yes. Yeah. Lady did that one time, and
I always think that seems like the nicest thing for the shop to do. Like, we're going to put a water bowl out for the dogs, and every dog owner is like, I would never let my dog drink out of that water bowl. No.
I get the feeling, you might be right about this, I get the feeling that it's put out there by people who don't have dogs, but they're just, like so many other things in our society right now, they're driven by empathy. So they're like, look at all the dogs. It's so hot outside. Put the bowl out there. But if you have a dog and you use one of those public bowls, they can get sick really easy. And all of a sudden your dog's got a massive diarrhea issue. You know, you don't want that stuff. But let's toss it out to the experts.
You can see where that dog's been.
Yeah, you can. Let's toss it out to the experts here. Maybe I'm completely wrong about this. Let us know if there's anything to this. Should we be putting sunscreen on our dogs and cats? Let us know. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com or record your dispatch on the website or app right now. We still got the Venezuela story about the earthquakes there. I'm going to get into that. It is wild, and that's going to be a wild ride to go on. I think we need a little more space for that. So when we come back, we'll get into a story that's getting a lot of attention right now. I want to see what you have in your mind when I throw this one out there. Plus, also, there's an update on a story we've been talking about, believe it or not, on the New York Knicks trash can thing. We've got yet another update. So we'll talk about both those before we get into the Venezuela thing and your comments and confessions. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
I still have my wisdom teeth. They're coming in and jamming the rest of my teeth. My teeth are getting worse.
Well, get them yanked out, man.
I got to.
Because I had one taken out, and my man had a homemade tool in my mouth. That sounded terrible. Dump that. Somebody dump that. Wait.
The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Happy Thursday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we are going to be expecting another hot, humid, and stormy day. It will feel a lot like Florida out there. Plan for highs to warm their way into the low and middle 90s with a high of around 94 degrees today in Orlando. We'll see a 60% chance of those afternoon and evening scattered showers and thunderstorms. Heavy rain, frequent lightning will be possible, along with some pockets of gusty winds. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Folks, there's a lot of good tips out there for you. Those can improve your life, make you a bit smarter as a consumer, and save your money. And the best one that I've ever heard in the world of getting stuff fixed around your house is trust Mills Air. Trust the experts over there. You don't know how to fix your AC unless, you've been in the industry for a while. And you might try to look stuff up on YouTube and end up shocking yourself or doing more damage than you already have to your AC. Leave it to the experts at Mills Air. They are the best of the best. And no matter what kind of AC you have, they're going to get it fixed for you. And they're going to be right by you when it comes time for the price. So don't freak out. Do not panic. Just get your AC fixed so you can stay nice and cold and comfortable through the summer heat. They're also a Carrier factory authorized dealer at Mills Air, and they can get you in one of these brand new Carrier units with huge rebates, well over $1,000. So don't leave that on the table. Give Mills Air a call at 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Choose your wild this summer at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. Get closer than ever at our largest, most immersive animal habitat, the all-new Lion and Hyena Ridge, opening soon. Delight in high-energy indoor shows and cooling water rides. And stay later for summer nights with Coasters After Dark and all-new drone and fireworks spectaculars on select dates now through August 9th. Go wild this summer at Busch Gardens. Save up to 55% on tickets, fun cards, and passes during our 4th of July sale. Hurry, offer.
Hello, welcome behind the scenes of the show. Quick note, this morning I have gotten several emails from iPhone users that says all of a sudden now when they're playing the podcast on the app, if they try to lock their screen, the podcast stops and then starts over. I'll figure out what's happening with that and fix that right after the show today, okay? It must have been something in the latest update, but I'll figure that out and make it so when you lock the screen, it doesn't stop your podcast listening. That's annoying. In the meantime, listen on the website or on the podcast, and I'll get that fixed very, very soon. Probably within the next 48 hours. Couple minutes and we're back live. The anti-sunscreen movement is so crazy to me. There's a lot of people who buy into that stuff, though. There's two parts of it. One part of the anti-sunscreen movement is people are like, we don't know what's in this sunscreen, and you're putting all these chemicals in your skin, and that's actually worse. And the second part of it is people who are like, the sun is healthy. And so more sun is good, and sun energizes your body, and so the sun cannot be bad for you. Sort of weird hippie takes, you know? Your dogs wear little baseball caps? Don't put your dog in a baseball cap. Stand by. Pretty wild, by the way. I don't know if you've seen this. To see that oil prices for what they call Brent crude oil, raw oil that's coming over, is at a lower cost right now per barrel. Oil is at a lower cost per barrel than it was before the war in Iran started. And I ask you, is your gas at a lower cost than it was before the Iran war started? Have you seen that kind of drop yet? Because I have not. Oil prices plummeting. I think it's like $75 per barrel right now of oil. All right, that's plummeting from its high. And when the oil prices went up, the gas prices were like almost completely attached to it. Almost immediately the gas prices went up. Now the oil prices are plummeting, and the gas, Abraham said gas going up. What the hell is that? Now it starts to seem like a little bit of greed. All right, here we go.
Showings, no open houses, and no stress. One of our clients, Selena, said, Mark Spain Real Estate was phenomenal. Prior to working with Mark Spain Real Estate, my house had been on the market for over 3 months with no success. After I met with Mark Spain Real Estate, they completely turned things around for me. I closed on the sale quickly, just as they promised. Mark Spain Real Estate is the #1 most reviewed real estate company in the U.S. with over 13,000 5-star reviews. Trust us to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be and close in as little as 21 days. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
If your supplement routine requires a spreadsheet, we need to talk. Viome uses a simple at-home test to create precision supplements and a nutrition-based plan designed for your body. No guesswork, just science. Viome.com. Use code radio. That's Viome.com. Use code radio today.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Radio 104.1. Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is
whatever your equivalent is. What's happening here? Why aren't the gas prices going down, for God's sake? We'll get to this in just a second, and you can join us on the show at thenewsjunkie.com. We have oil prices now at a lower price per barrel than they were before the war in Iran started, right? Okay, so oil is now cheaper per barrel than it was before the war in Iran. And remember when those where the oil prices went up? When the oil prices were skyrocketing, C-Lane, the gas prices seemed like almost directly connected to them.
Right, and I hate to say that you predicted this. Like you said, this is going to go down the same way it always goes down, is when the oil prices go up, the gas prices will quickly go up. And when the oil prices go down, the gas prices will take their time.
Yeah, why is that the case? Why is it that it works that way? When all of a sudden you're sitting there watching, you go, okay, oil is going up, oil costs more, you have to refine the oil. Seems like it takes a while for this expensive oil to get into the pipeline and end up being pumped into your car. But, very quickly those prices climb. And now we see the oil going down dramatically, and it's pretty cheap as compared to what it was when the war was raging in Iran. And the price at the pump doesn't go down as fast. So that just brings you to so many different things that happen. And one of the problems that we have behind the scenes with inflation in the United States of America is the level of corporate greed is there. A lot of people overstate the level of corporate greed. They go after the wrong targets when it comes to corporate greed. They always tend to go after grocery stores and stuff that they get so mad about. And grocery stores have like the lowest markup of almost any business you could think of. But the truth is, once any business raises their prices, it is so easy for them to raise their prices and so incredibly different, unless there's huge market forces against them, to get them to lower their prices. However, somebody just said the gas prices are actually going up. They've seen the gas prices going up since all of this has happened. So I think for a lot of people, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. In 2024, gas was around $3.30 a gallon. All right. Sometime around the last 5 or 6 years, I've seen it cheaper than that. I don't know what the low was. I don't know what the lowest average gas price we were seeing was, but it was around $3, maybe even a little less than $3 at some points in time. Then it skyrocketed, and I went and filled up on gas in my car, I think like 3 or 4 days ago, and it hasn't come down. It has not come down. It seems like stuck at that point.
What, your fuel level because you never drive?
No, my fuel level is going down drastically because we're only driving my car right now, and Courtney's car needs to go back into the damn dealership once again. But we're burning through gas, and I can see how much it costs every time we do it. And then I'm like, there is no connection, it seems, to the oil prices when it goes down. Only when it goes up, right? Because we got to profit off the peasants? Maybe, yeah. I think it's pretty crazy to look at this. You're full of crap. Oil in January was $55, now $72. I'll almost guarantee you're comparing two different things. I'm talking about Brent crude, which is in the low 70s right now, which is lower than it was before the war in Iran started. All right, that's what I said. This is the claim I made, and that's absolutely accurate. Gas prices, though, have not followed in that same way. And we heard from a guy at a gas station once who kind of explained the financial situation and how they operated. He did a good job of making it seem like it wasn't his fault at the time, but maybe they're just good at that. Or they're like, we can't bring it down too fast because there's uncertainty. So if we bring the prices down too fast, that's the kind of stuff they'll tell you.
Well, I don't think it's the gas stations themselves. It's probably just whoever's supplying them the gas.
Yeah, in many cases, right. Yeah, that's they don't have so much control over it. But yeah, Brent oil has dropped to below $75, the lowest level since the day before the U.S.-Iran war. Commercial vessels and oil tankers preparing to transit through the Strait of Hormuz, one of the most critical strategic waterways, have been able to lower these prices. Oil prices fell another 4% on Wednesday alone, about $70.34 per barrel after hitting a session low of $69.63 per barrel. It was the first time the contract has fallen below $70 since March 2nd. Brent crude futures also dropped to $73.74. So all of this has gone down, 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 down. U.S. President Donald Trump criticized oil companies for not lowering gasoline prices. The big oil companies are not dropping their price at the pump, commensurate with the sharply lower prices they're paying for oil. Those prices are dropping like a rock, he says. He thinks the customers are being gouged now. I think they are very, very, very quick when the oil prices go up to increase our gas prices. It should be somewhat equal in the dropping of that same price that you would see the price of the pump on gas drop, but we certainly haven't seen that yet. Getting a couple of emails, by the way, for those of you who have the News Junkie app. If you don't have it, get it for Android or iPhone over at thenewsjunkie.com, saying that in the latest update, it's made it so when they're listening to the podcast, if their screen goes to sleep, it stops the podcast and starts it over. That sounds annoying. Sorry about that. I will push out an update in the next day or so to fix that. That is a bad Coderino on me. I don't know why that happened. It was probably to fix something on the Android side that came along with it on the iPhone side, but I will push out a fix for that. Please be patient. Anonymous has a confession for us to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. See you later. Back around 2011. Reminder, best confession gets a prize here today. I was 29 years old, and I decided to place my name to be a candidate for an advisory board in one of the North Central Florida counties. I figured there'd be at least 4 or 5 of us running, and everybody would pick their favorite name. I, however, had plans to take/steal the ballot with my name on election day to keep in a scrapbook to tell the grandkids, oh, yeah, I once ran for office. A few weeks before the election, the sample ballot came out in the mail. My name wasn't on there. I took the sample ballot to the next advisory board meeting and asked them what was up. The whole board looked at each other and said nobody else ran against me, therefore I automatically won the seat. After 2 years, I moved up to chairman of that board, and I served a total of 11 years, all stemming from a dumb crime that I thought I could have got away with. I would totally love some absolution, but that's on all. Y'all love the show, Anonymous. Thank you, Anonymous. Well, look at, your little prank, your trick to get a little piece of memorabilia to show your kids you ran for office ended up with you offering 11 years of service. So that's absolution in and of itself.
It's barely a confession.
Yeah, you didn't do anything wrong. That's fine. You're fine. You're fine.
I mean, did you do a good job? Did you take the paycheck and not really do anything? That would be, something to confess.
They moved up to chairman of the board, so that must be something. Let us know your confessions here on the show today. We offer free absolution as always. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com or send a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Quick break. Back with more. Coming up next, we got details about the live show. Our live show. First one in a long time coming up next Friday. Oh boy, do you want to hear this? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's almost time for poker. Tickets for the 2026 Real Radio Charity Poker Tournament are available now. Details at realradio.fm/poker.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Still looking at some reports of slowdowns on I-4.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes of the show. All right, live show next Friday. All right, we're live next Friday in Mount Dora. I believe we're at Whiskey Kitchen. I think I got that correct. Whiskey Kitchen next Friday in Mount Dora, live show. For those of you who watch on YouTube, don't worry. If all goes well, C-Lane's new video setup should have us looking better than ever before in a live setting. All right, it's going to be myself, C-Lane, and Josh Fowler live in Mount Dora next Friday. And we will figure out if we're going to be inside or outside based on the weather about 24 hours or so beforehand. Now, I can also guarantee you that I'm not going to be in the same headspace that I was last time. Because if you remember last time there was a live gig there was some insane salesperson who had to get into a back and forth with, who told us, even though we were all set up out on the patio, we had our entire setup, and we said, I think we're going to be fine. I don't think it's going to rain. I think we're going to be fine out here. If it does rain, we'll pick up everything quickly and go inside. And this salesperson, who has no fucking authority to do this, tried to pull rank and pushed and pretended that the manager wanted us to go inside. So we had to stop about 12 minutes before the show was about to start, bring everything inside. We missed, I think, 2 to 3 segments of the show. And then this bitch had the balls afterwards to lie about the entire thing, lie to management and said that I threatened her and that I was going to like attack her or some horse shit. And very quickly was dismissed. All right? Very quickly was dismissed. We don't have to deal with her around here no more. So what we have now is a clear runway for an amazing live show at Whiskey Kitchen next Friday, July 3rd. But what's in it for you? What's in it for you? We're going to tell you when we come back. Sales pitches be trifling? True. All right, stand by. Hang on. He said it was a 12.
Call today to request your free bond guide. 800-761-9761.
Thursday.
800-761-9761. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Income may be subject to state, local, or federal alternative minimum tax. Securities offered by any Walsh Inc. SIPC. Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. This summer, we're turning up the heat on other dealers with all-in pricing online at greenwaykias.com.
Oh, I forgot we got Fritz on the Street coming up a bit later on the show as well. But we got some exciting stuff planned for Friday. All right, it's going to be big. Going to be big, going to be fun. How many of you coming out on Friday next week for the live show? Anybody going to be there? If you're not yet convinced, I am going to convince you when we come back by we'll do the first announcement of one thing that's going to be happening at the live show that I want you to be a part of. Why always Mount Dora? I do not know. I have brought this up as an issue. I have said there are so many places we can go. We are constantly in Mount Dora. Nothing against Mount Dora. I love Mount Dora, but we are super serving this tiny area and we should be going to more places. However, we haven't done a live event in a year plus, year and a half maybe or something. And then the year before that, we didn't do that many. A lot of reasons for this, but what we'll be doing after this is hopefully making the rounds a bit more, right? First things first, we're going to try to nail this July 3rd live broadcast. And then maybe we'll try to do one more for like Halloween or something and get another one into the year. 2 minutes and we're back live. Tanya says, I'll be there. Bird Nerd says, I'll be there. Can we find a place where there's air conditioning? Well, it depends if we're inside or outside. Whiskey Kitchen is way too small. Inside it is. Inside it is. But outside, Whiskey Kitchen has a big patio area. We're going to make it all work. But it's time to get into the first announcement on what we're going to be doing at this live event. Josh says, depends on how many drinks I've had. Oh, management has said that Josh will not be allowed to drink. Yeah, they have said he cannot drink on site. Sealight and I have approval, but Josh has not been given that approval. Shocking, but true. Also, don't forget, Secret Shows tonight. Secret Shows tonight, 8 p.m. Back with live show details in a moment.
Untrusted team. Call Trajan today, 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Reese Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
Bosnia-Herzegovina eliminated Qatar from the World Cup with a 3-1 win in Seattle. Karim Alabegovic got the scoring started in the 29th minute.
That's a lovely piece of skill. What about the hit? Oh! It's a cracker!
The win likely places Bosnia against Team USA in the round of 32. The U.S. closes out group play tonight against Turkey.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human. World Star. This is the
Stand by, friends. In the meantime, go over to the website, get the podcast, so if you miss anything today or ever, you can get all caught up with the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. It's been a while, in the words of Stain. It's been quite a while, Sealand, since we've done a live show, and our live shows are legendary. There's been many of them that have been so wild and out of control that people have, over the years, built up some affinity for enjoying when we do a live show every once in a while.
They're going to say immunity.
Well, immunity too. There are many diseases that only exists in the crowd of people that goes to a live show for the News Junkie. Now, there have not been that many live shows in the last couple of years, and there are so many weird reasons for that. The biggest reason is I don't want to do a lot of live shows because I think live shows generally sound like crap. I'm just being real. They don't sound good. The audio sounds like garbage. The vast majority of our audience wants to hear a crystal clear show. They want to have fun. They want us to get them through their days. And that is what my job is. And that's what I focus on. The audience who listens that way every day, focused on content, focused on providing it to you in a fun way. However, every 4 months, 6 months, whatever, it's kind of fun to do a live show. And if you do them that infrequently, I think you can make them events where it's like, oh my God, you're really going to want to be here for this. That's sort of the goal moving forward. Now, here's a couple of other things before I tell you what's happening with this first live event in a very, very long time. How long has it been? Do we know? A year?
I think a year. Well, no, because we did one for the bike drive.
That doesn't count, though. I mean, that wasn't like people hanging out with us and partying.
It's not planned out to be the rager, even though people do show up to the bike drive and get a nice little buzz on.
Yeah,
there was a fully stocked and not open like free, but there was a fully stocked bar for the patrons of the bike drive this year.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we are going to bring back the old-fashioned live wild show.
Oh, an old-fashioned.
Right. The roast was kind of a live event? Not really. It was just more of an event.
That's different. Yeah.
We don't care about quality at a live show. I'm not talking to you. I'm 100% not talking to you. If you're somebody who has ever been to a live show or would go to a live show, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people who will tune in like it's a regular show and go, oh, what's this? Oh, God. Trust me, most people in the audience want the higher quality broadcast. They don't want the live show most days. That's just the truth of it all. But we've had a couple of things over the years that have stopped us from doing some of these live broadcasts. The year before that, there was a crazy stalker situation going on. It was hilarious for a couple of reasons, not so hilarious for another. I had to have so many meetings with the suits over this stupid stalker situation. It seemed like it would never end. And then every time it did end, well, then it started right back up again. And so we didn't necessarily want to be out doing a live show when there was a crazy stalker involved in some of the behind the scenes stuff. And that was literally, I don't talk about
it
that much.
Person is dead.
Lord willing. I don't talk about it much, but that was one of the early reasons why for about a year plus there wasn't a lot of live shows. There was a crazy lunatic stalker, and it kept becoming an issue with the suits and the company. And then there was about a year where we were trying to work some stuff in, but we had some bad blood going on. We did a live show a year ago at the Whiskey, and I'll get back to that in just a moment here. The Whiskey Kitchen. And at the Whiskey Kitchen location, the management there was great. Everybody had a good time. But the salesperson who was attached to it was an absolute lunatic. And this is a person who was just so clueless and so out of their depth in their job that it's unbelievable that they were in the position to begin with. And we had set up for this live show. All right. Everything that I say right now is my opinion and my opinion only. I'm not trying to put any of this on C-Lane. We had set up for this live show. C-Lane was there, I think, maybe 2 hours early,
Correct.
Maybe longer, maybe before that. I was there over an hour beforehand. We have such a very limited team that helps us out with these stuff nowadays because iHeart cannot help themselves. They've fired even more people in the last 48 hours. I think we're currently in the middle of one of the biggest rounds of layoffs. Again, right now, folks. I'm not talking about it yet, but we'll talk about it later. We're in the middle of another giant round of layoffs. So we don't have a huge support staff for this. So C-Lane goes out there 2 hours early. He sometimes, and I think he's doing it this time that we're going to be talking about our live event coming up next Friday. C-Lane sometimes stays out there so that he can be by the venue because he has to act as the engineer.
Mm-hmm.
He has a whole setup, audio, video. We just bought some more cameras and some equipment and stuff for this, but we got out there so early.
Fans.
And the salesperson goes, do you think it's going to rain or not? And I said, I know it looks like it's going to rain, but I have confidence that we'll be okay. And in the event of an emergency, we can immediately drag this tent over the top of the equipment, and then we can move everybody inside during a break. And this bitch wouldn't listen to no. All right. She was like, nope, we're going inside. And it was about 10 minutes before the show starts. And it took us probably every bit of an hour, C-Lane and I, putting tables over, setting up equipment and mixers, wiring headphones. C-Lane and I were working on this he was working on it for well more than an hour. I was working on it for an hour. We had special equipment we bought for it and all this stuff. And this bitch goes, nope, we have to bring it inside right now. And she tried to make a whole issue. So we ended up losing, I think, 3 segments on the show. And afterwards, I sent her I thought, professionally worded email telling her how unbelievably unprofessional she was, how she, did her best to ruin the broadcast, and how I'm not going to be working with her at any event like that moving forward. She then took that to management and said that I was threatening her and threatening her job. And I said, you know what I love about me? I tell the truth all the time. So let's bring the emails forward. I am only somebody who is going to contact you in a way where there's been some sort of like record or trace of what I said. Show all the emails. I got called into the suits offices. They're like, did you do this? This is a really big deal. And I go, I didn't do any of that. I almost just said the S word. I didn't do any of that.
Wasn't that your second time meeting the new boss?
It was, yeah. All right. She brings me in, and I go, this bitch is crazy. I
Hey,
said, all
remember
due
me?
respect, boss. I said, she's out of her mind. I said, this person is so unbelievably unqualified for their job. They have no idea what they're doing. They want to be an event planner, not a salesperson, I guess. And I said, they ruined the broadcast. And so I had told them that I was not happy with that. Why? Because I take this seriously. Because I put a lot of effort into it and a lot of work into it. And I don't want people ruining this kind of stuff when they shouldn't have any power over any broadcast that I do ever in the history of ever. And I said, I'll never work with you again on anything like that. That person lasted about 4 more weeks at the company before obviously being fired because they lied.
Sean wins.
I did win
Fatality.
that round. Because they lied. Because they 100% lied about how the interaction was. And I will stand up for myself, and I will stand up for the show, and I will stand up for what is right, and I will stand up against crazy people. And so after that, there was a little bit of a hesitation with the suits to get back into doing live events. So now you know, right? Last 2 years, we had a stalker issue that we didn't really talk about, major stalker issue. Then we had a big blowout with the salespeople. Now it's time to bring back some live shows. You guys demand it. You love it. I love it too. It's fun to do. So next Friday, July the 3rd, we're going to be at Whiskey Kitchen. It's a great venue. It's in a place called Mount Dora, Florida. I know we're in Mount Dora all the time. We're going to try to go to some other places, maybe another one like around Halloween time or something, somewhere we've never gone before. But it is a beautiful area, in a great venue with great food and all that stuff. And we're going to be live next Friday, July the 3rd, doing the show. For those of you who listen to the show, we're going to try to make it sound as good as possible. For those of you who watch the show, Sealand's got a whole new video set up that we're going to debut at this. So you're going to be able to go along with us for this live show. And
a lot of time spent on Facebook Marketplace piecing this bad boy together. We
got new cameras. We got a new remote setup that is going to be, I think, taking us up a notch. We're going to go there extra early. The salesperson will not be getting in the way. And we got big plans for the show next Friday. It will be myself, Sealand, and Joshua Fowler out there for a live show.
We got some
at
games.
Whiskey Kitchen.
Oh, we're loading up the games.
We got a lot. I got something for you here too, Sealand. All right. First of all, not only are we live out there, video and audio setup and all that good stuff. Not only are we out there doing that stuff, but we are going to, for the 4th is happening that weekend. With broadcast is on the 3rd. The 4th is that weekend. We are going to be doing the Quattro, all right, for the 4th. The Quattro is similar to those of you who may have seen something else. I believe it's ripped us off on ESPN called The Ocho. We are going to be debuting some phenomenal new sports that we are going to have on offer for contestants who are going to be out at this live show. We're going to be doing the Quattro. There are 4 competitions, 3 rounds, and then the final round with the winner of those 3 rounds. Sealand has already come up with some pretty awesome games, I think, that are going to be really fun. And we do have a little bit of an extra thing to entice you on this. Courtesy of justcallmo.com, the winner will get $500. All right? Not bad, right?
I like that.
$500 for the winner of our competition on our July 3rd live broadcast. That's just one of the things that we're going to be doing. So we have to wear sports clothes. You might benefit from that. You might not. You'll see. We'll tell you more about what's going on with the competitions, but we're going to be doing the Quattro. It's a series of competitions, 4 total, including the finale. $500 from justcallmo.com is on the line, and then prizes for every single person who wins every single round. Beyond that, you are going to be loaded up with prizes. Everybody that comes out is going to get a magnet. Nobody will be excluded from that. Anybody who shows up, even if you just pop over and go, "Hey, Sean," and I'm in the middle of the broadcast, you're getting a magnet.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Firing
Don't say
off
that.
Game of magnets, baby. We're getting it back out there and ready to go. We're going to have magnets for everybody. We're going to have merch out there. We're going to have all sorts of fun and excitement for the July 4th weekend. July 3rd, Whiskey Kitchen. We're back. We're better than ever. It's going to be unbelievable. And you could win $500 courtesy of justcallmo.com. Here's the best part. Anybody's skill set can make them a winner.
Yes, this is very, very true. Also, as far as what to wear, I mean, usually that's pretty set in stone. It is America's 250th birthday.
Yep.
We want to see your red, white, and blue. We want to see your great Independence Day shirts.
I'll be wearing one. I got a brand new one just for this occasion.
Oh, I got to see what you got because
I sent a group text over to Josh and Sealand, and I go, "Hey guys, just a little pro tip from me. You might want to get your 4th of July
from
shirts."
Old Pro Tipperson.
Like you might want to get your shirts for the 3rd of July broadcast, the live broadcast we're doing at Whiskey Kitchen. You might want to get them now because mine is going to be coming ahead of time. And they're like, "We both already got ours."
Yep.
Dummy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Fine. It's going to be big. It's going to be fun. And hopefully it's going to look better than it ever has before. So, be out there. Be in force. Everybody's getting magnets. It's going to be raining magnets. Like Oprah with the cars. Game of magnets is going to be reinvigorated more than ever before after this magnet drop that we see. And everybody else, no matter where you're listening, can come along for the ride. Because as I said, on YouTube and Twitch, youtube.com/thenewsjunkie, we'll be bringing up for the first time our new video and mobile setup. So if all goes well with this, if you guys are fun, if we enjoy it, then we'll do another one. We'll do maybe one every quarter.
If the setup doesn't fry in the hot summer sun.
I bought a fan just for C-Lane's laptop.
I might still get the cooling pad.
Yeah. All right, well, whatever we need. 2 is better than 1. We'll make that happen. So we've got big prizes on the line. We've got tons of stuff to give away. It's going to be a whole thing. And we hope to see you next Friday for the first live show in over a year over at the Whiskey Kitchen in Mount Dora. Do not miss it. All right, quick break. When we come back, I'll get into that update on the story that I wanted to talk about. We'll get geared up for the hot sheet. Right after the hot sheet, we have Fritz on the street. Yes. All right. I still have to do the Venezuela story. I promise you I'm going to. It's absolutely crazy. We just have to have enough time to work that in. I don't know that we have that in the next segment. Do we have 12 minutes in the next segment or no?
We'll see. You're going to break it on.
Maybe. I'll go. We'll take a break now. We'll figure it out. We have a lot on the way on a Thursday show. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
Monsters in the morning.
It's Los Angeles eats the most hot dogs. Why would that be?
Actresses got to practice.
What?
Ryan. The Monsters in the morning.
Real radio 104.1.
Off-ramps partially blocked from I-4 westbound to Osceola Polk Line Road. There's a crash on I-4 westbound near Orange Blossom Trail. That's off to the shoulder. Traffic's starting to get by a lot better now. A crash on Altamont Drive at Thompson Road. Look out for emergency crews. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Warehouse of Orlando. Hot summer nights? Cool down with Mattress Warehouse. Save $500 on Tempur-Breeze mattresses from Tempur-Pedic and get $25 off Tempur-Breeze pillows, sheets, and protectors. Deals like this don't come often, and they definitely won't last. Shop Mattress Warehouse today.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena. Streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And you can be there
for a weekend full of superstar performances.
Are you ready?
Once in a lifetime moments.
Hello! Welcome to the show. Welcome behind the scenes. Skull Mic activated. $500 on the line. $500 prize in your hand from justcallmo.com. That's the grand prize. Everybody from each round is also going to get something fantastic. Probably at least like a $50 Amazon gift card or something, right? So you're going to be able to win big money. You're going to be able to win tons of merch. Everybody will get something. And it's going to be a blast. It is Friday, July 3rd. Be there. Be there. I just hope everyone has a nice time. Same. I absolutely do. Sounds like a fun event. Wait till you hear what we got going. Yeah, we got 4 rounds. 3 rounds where we have all the different people participate, and then the winner of those 3 rounds go into the final round to see who will win the Quattro. We have some fantastic, never before tried sports and activities that you can challenge yourself at, and anybody could participate. It's almost worth the drive all the way up there just for the magnet. True. Can I bring my French into the event? I think they're pet friendly. Hang on. C-Lane. Can people bring dogs to Whiskey Kitchen or no? I don't know if the patio is dog friendly or not. I'm not sure. We'll have to check that out. I'll look at Yelp. Okay. I'll check the internet. When I move back to Florida, I'm going to go in person. Are there new magnets at this meet? Maybe. Maybe. Fox 35 Weather says, okay, first of all, it says Fox 30 Weather is sexy, only 35% chance of rain for July 3rd. Friend, do not ever, ever, ever in the history of ever trust a weather forecast that far out. That ain't going to be what it looks like. But hopefully it's beautiful. Twizzler Gate? Possibly. The Quattro sounds like a random ESPN channel. That's the point. Did Sean add the new gifts? What new gifts? What are you talking about? Oh, I didn't see them. Oh, God. Are there new gifts from yesterday? Oh, boy. Hang on. Oh, God. I don't know if I can play that on the show. What? My face looks so disturbing in this. I'll play it for you. I'll play it for you in just a bit. I promise. Okay? I will add it. Don't forget. Do not forget. Secret shows tonight in this studio, 8 p.m. Be there. Let's get some gifted subs flowing. Let's get those popping off. Let's get some newbies in. All right, here we go. Well, stand by. Hold on. False alarm. Should we push that? Well, what I'm trying to do is work in the Venezuela stuff, but I don't want to just force it in here. And then we got Fritz on the Street, and then we got a segment with Dawn, so it's like we're starting to... Maybe I'll just do it here?
Okay, 12 minutes enough?
Yeah, let's do it 12. Let's do it here.
Just keep it tight so there's a decent amount of time for lunch.
But I'm going to keep it so tight, you won't believe how tight I'm going to keep it. You won't be able to bounce a nickel off of it, you know, as they say. No, it's going to be so tight you can't bounce a nickel off of it. Yeah. All right, folks.
V as in Victor.
That's just how tight it is.
And use coupon code GUTHEALTH50 to save $50.
All right, here we go. We're coming back live.
Learn more at Viome.com/gut. V as in Victor. IOME.com/GUT. And use coupon code GUTHEALTH50 to save $50 off your purchase.
Hey, it's Russ Rollins for HBN USA. Is your bathroom outdated, unattractive, and even like unsafe? Well, good news. HBN Bath can transform it into a beautiful modern space that you're going to love in as little as one day. No long, messy remodels, just fast, professional results. Visit HBNUSA.com to schedule your free consultation. Plus, enjoy 0% financing, no payments for 18 months, or up to $2,500 off your project. Visit HBNUSA.com. Restrictions apply. License number CBC 1255975.
Clean out your closet, donate your clothes, and earn rewards with Trashy. Send your clothes somewhere better and get cash back on every bag. Get unlimited take-back bags all year for just $48. Trashy. Clean out, donate, earn.
The global stage is lit. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is on.
Lionel Messi!
iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026.
Live. Lock in your preset now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Just search World Cup.
Just a beauty for a second of the game.
Every unforgettable moment.
Wherever you are.
Brilliant from Mbappe. France lead.
Don't miss Team USA's next match tonight at 10 Eastern.
The world is listening.
Are you?
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
Radio.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This is the
To the world's most viral newsroom. Thanks for being with us. You can learn more about the show, get your hooks in, and subscribe to the podcast for free over on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. I'm about to show you some pretty wild stuff, so if you want to hop on over to youtube.com/thenewsjunkie, now would be a good time to do it. There has been a story in the headlines over the past 24 hours or so that, to me, just keeps grabbing my attention over and over and over, and that is there were twin earthquakes, two of them within a couple of minutes, I believe, back to back in Venezuela. And one was a 7.2 and one was a 7.5. And they were...
Wait, it went up in intensity?
I don't know what the order was, but I know there was two of them. It says the first... Oh, here it is. The first earthquake struck Morón on Venezuela's Caribbean coast at a depth of 3.6 miles. The second quake struck seconds later in the same area at a depth of 6.2 miles. So it was really, really bad. And I want to share a couple of things here. Venezuela, after these earthquakes, was like a horror movie. I mean, even during the earthquakes, it was like a horror movie. Watch this. Here's one of the examples I want to show you here, but there's so much more, like stuff you're not going to see anywhere else. But this is wild in the real life experience of somebody who was in Venezuela when these dual earthquakes hit. All right, here it goes. This guy's filming himself. All right, he's in a high rise here. As you can see, let's say 10 stories up or something. He's up this high rise and he feels the earthquake hitting. So he's got to run down. But as he runs down the stairwell at this building he's living in, it gets worse and worse. So here he goes. He's hauling ass. All right, now you can start to see a little debris.
Ooh,
so just so you know,
in the walls.
Yeah, there's cracks showing in the walls. The further he gets down the stairwell, the worse this gets, and that's why it's really like a horror movie. There's stuff starting to pile up. There we go. It's getting a little worse. He's hauling ass down the stairwell. Bigger pieces of the wall. I mean, huge right there. Look, now that he's getting down to like the third or fourth floor, the amount of damage from the earthquake in Venezuela is just unbelievable. And it just keeps getting worse. You can hear the building. Oh, God. Oh, my. All right. Now, I don't even know if I would feel comfortable at this point. Now, the walls are completely busted out. The stairwells are completely falling apart. And you could see right through the walls. Like, that's how much damage was done. Can barely get through.
Yeah, now you're climbing over debris just to get down the stairs.
Still trying to get down to the bottom floor.
How many floors up does this guy live?
I mean, look at this. And this is also something important to note here. It's tough to run down that many flights of stairs if you're not in really good shape. So this guy's pushing himself all the way through, and now he's got to jump over all the debris. Wow. Dangerous, too. I mean, look at this. It looks like Backrooms. The movie Backrooms, it looks like that, but with debris everywhere. And it just gets worse the further in you go. This guy, luckily, was okay, but these buildings were absolutely devastated by this twin earthquake. Some of the people inside, you think like, all right, where do I want to be? And from what I could tell, you're supposed to be outside. You're supposed to be in like an open air space as best you can.
Did you see the baseball game? I got
that.
Okay.
Yeah,
that was,
I'll show you that.
That was very interesting.
For those who haven't seen this was inside. And this was where these folks were just kind of hanging out, and they noticed that the ground was shaking and that these earthquakes were rolling through in Venezuela. There was 164 people at least who died, 971 or more injured, widespread damage. Here's what it looked inside. It looked like inside. And people are running. Power goes out. The roof is just caving in.
My gosh.
Yeah, tell me it doesn't look like a horror movie. Yeah. Nobody knows what to do. This guy's on top of somebody, trying to cover their body with his body.
Well, we've now seen in both directions, like opposite directions, the areas just being covered in dust. And it's like, which direction are you supposed to run in?
Yeah, somebody says the cameraman understanding the assignment. I'm wondering why the cameraman didn't just run, like Sealand saying, pick a direction and just go. But you're right. There's no good direction to go in, right? There's no place you can actually head here. At least not one that's safe. Now, this looks like an airport or something. People... Wow.
Por allá, señores, al puerta 4.
Airport. Nailed it. All right, so there's another example of what this looked like. I don't know how these people even thought to film all of this, but buildings were falling.
None of them thought to do it horizontally. Not a single one of them.
Vertical. Yeah, you're right. They're all vertical videos, Sealand. But here's another one. Buildings just falling. Some of these older buildings. See you later. The twin earthquakes doing enough structural damage here.
Marico, mi mamá, weón.
Yeah, this guy's still smoking. He's got a cigarette. He's not even putting his cigarette out.
Might be his last one.
Yeah, he figures, right? 9/11 vibes in some of these moments here. I'll put these up on See It Now for those of you who are listening. Multiple buildings completely destroyed. People stuck underneath the debris, as you could imagine. This all after these twin earthquakes. A couple of more examples that I wanted to give you here. Oh, this one's kind of interesting. This was some woman in Venezuela. She's a gamer. She's streaming herself playing Minecraft, Sealine. And I think her friends that she was streaming with didn't necessarily believe her that there was an earthquake going on. It was like, oh, yeah, an earthquake. Yeah. And no. This is for real. Like, this is a real panic.
Whoa. Earthquake. I'm not kidding.
Hold on. I'll mute it. Did you dump that?
Yeah.
Okay. What's that particular?
The S word.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't blame her for saying it. I don't blame her for saying it.
I don't know all the Spanish curse words, but that one was over and over and over again.
Yeah, she did say it a bunch of times in a row. Yeah. So this woman here, I'll mute this so we can get back to it. She's doing her broadcast and everything starts shaking. And I think I could turn it back on here because that's just the room. That's just the room. I mean, this thing is rocking and rolling.
I feel like unless you've been through a couple earthquakes, you don't automatically know that that's what's happening.
No, I think you don't even know when it's done, too.
Oh, no, I don't even know if there's a way of knowing.
I'm going to ask somebody who's just recently been through an earthquake, C-Lane, how do you know when the earthquake's done? Because you just recently went through an earthquake.
When you're no longer shaking. When you're just walking around looking at people going, hey, was that what I think it was? Now, if we were doing at a 7.2, things would have been a little different, I presume.
I would hope so. Over to a horizontal video, finally. You were talking about the baseball one. I think it's probably this. there was a baseball game going on. Not too many people in the stands, thank God. Now they're doing their broadcast. Everything seems relatively normal. And the interesting thing is the camera is shaking first, and you can see that the camera is shaking first from the earthquake, but the people don't notice that anything's wrong for a bit longer. And the players in particular, like the players are just kind of out there throwing the ball. They're doing their thing. They're reacting as you would react, but they don't know what's going on. Finally, the ump pauses the game. All right. And they all rush out to the center of the field. You can see the power lines. Look.
Yeah.
Power lines rocking and rolling, shaking back and forth. I mean, it would have freaked me out.
Is that what that is? A power line? It's kind of a loose power line.
There's some sort of power wire or line.
Might be a
information
safety
line.
cable.
Yes, maybe it's a safety cable. Some sort of line that's moving. It's that bad. That's how much the earth is moving as these twin earthquakes went off. A couple more here, and then we'll bring it back full circle. But here's another survey of sort of the damage done. This is somebody showing that the building just completely obliterated. Gone. I mean, gone. And the buildings that aren't gone, just completely gutted. And this guy's still up in a building. The person who was filming this dude is still up in the building looking down like, hey, how do I get down considering my building is completely ruined right now? And it's just like the guy on the stairs. Last one is sort of a compilation here. Again, I'll put this compilation one up on See It Now so those of you can see the visual who aren't watching. But building just crumbling.
Está temblando. Está temblando.
These people are doing a much better job at filming.
Observen cómo quedó el
aeropuerto
Maiquetía estando nosotros acá adentro. Mira. El desastre que hay.
My God.
Acabado totalmente. Observen después el terremoto. Observen cómo quedó todo. Señores, grave la situación que estamos viviendo acá.
I mean, it's just absolute toast, right? Like there's nothing that I don't even know if you'd be able to recover this building. So a lot of them were in these positions throughout Venezuela. And thankfully, it wasn't as bad as it could have been, but the numbers were pretty big. 971 people injured in Venezuela in these twin earthquakes and at least 164 dead. I'm sure those numbers will go up. If you were affected by this, if you've been through an earthquake, if you've seen something similar to this, let us know your experience right now. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get to the hot sheet. We got Fritz on the Street, the greatest game in all of radio, on the horizon just moments from now. Got a ton of dispatches and confessions coming in and a whole lot more. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weather report is brought
Tonight
to
on
you
Real
by
Radio
Mills
at
Air.
7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team.
Hello, welcome behind the scenes of the show. Tough times for Venezuela, man. That was rough.
This report is sponsored by
The hot sheet's coming up next, then Fritz on the Street. Then we'll hang out with our friend, that mortgage guy, Dom. We got jury duty after that. The power hour is going to be a wild one. I think we'll put a ton of confessions in the power hour. All right, we'll get a lot of our confessions in the power hour. Hey, weed consumer. Hey, Kurt. Hey, Dan. Good luck if you're in flip-flops. I heard somebody say, and I think that this seems dumb, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm not what they would call a footwear expert. I've got my Vans on here in the studio today. I'm not what they would call a footwear expert, though. Somebody said that the ultimate footwear in any emergency situation, including earthquakes, is Crocs. They said Crocs are the best footwear for escaping and maneuvering through unpredictable circumstances, terrain, and a natural disaster like an earthquake. I don't know why, but flip-flops and Crocs seem bad through and through to me. I would think you want like some sealed Doc Martens or something, some steel toe boots. You might not be as fast in the steel toe boots, but Crocs? Yeah, Insecure Walrus says Crocs are not good for nails and things sticking up. Yeah, your feet are still exposed. But they were trying to say that they're lighter so you can move and be more agile. That seems dumb. Slides with socks is the apex human footwear? Maybe so, but not good in an emergency. Croc gang? Yeah, you would. Unless you put them in sport mode, they'll slide off. I'm just saying, if I was looking at buildings crumbling around me, I wouldn't want Crocs on my feet. I would want something that was protecting me. Crocs do not protect you. The only way Crocs protect you is it is a form of contraception to wear a Croc. It's a form of abstinence more than anything. To wear a Croc can help you and protect you in that way. But generally speaking, Crocs are not going to help you out. I could wear helium balloons for shoes and I won't be any more agile. I think you're going to be a little bit better off even if you can't necessarily perceive it. I have some tight lace Nikes. I wouldn't want Crocs on my feet in any situation. True. What am I looking at? Bootsy, is that your foot? Enhance. Now it's over here. What? Please tell me that's not your foot. Is that Chaos's foot? That's a Croc tan if I've ever seen one. Oh my God, that is my house. That is from my house. I can tell. Huh. Yeah, Sean is just not cool. Well, are you suggesting that Crocs are cool? I don't know if that's the case. If you want to wear Crocs, wear them, but I just don't think they're good for emergencies. That's a small foot? Oh, from TNJ chat? Yeah, it's small because it's from Chaos. And Chaos is, I think, like 4'8" or 4'9" or something. He's pretty short. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I love Manlitz. I think he's great. But he's very, very small. He's 4'6" or 4'7", I think. And even with the Crocs, they lift him up a little bit. But his feet are about that big around. Chaos's feet are about that big around. I've seen him before with his little twin daughters. He'll pop off one of their shoes and put it on his foot, and it fits perfectly. It's unbelievable. It's kind of strange. All right, here we go. Hot sheet and then Fritz on the street. Stand by, folks.
And bites of cheesecake. It's a sweet escape so good, you'll wonder how anything else could compare. From the first bite to the last, you'll taste the chocolatey, crunchy magic in every spoonful. So what are you waiting for? Come on in and try it for yourself. You know you deserve it. Let us craft one fresh just for you. Order now with the Culver's app. And don't forget to join Delicious Rewards to earn points with every bite. You know, I might go order one for myself.
From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to Delicious.
Oreo is a trademark of the Mondelez International Group used under license. The Reese's trademark and trade dress are used under license.
This portion of the News Junkie is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This is the...
Then, of course, we're going to get to Fritz on the street. We'll see what happens there in the latest showdown. You can play along with us here in just a moment on the show. Before the hot sheet, very quickly, I can't believe they posted this, but they not only have an update on the woman who stole that New York Knicks celebratory trash can after the parade. She dumped all the trash out on the streets of New York, and then she stole the trash can, which we knew was going to happen, even though it said $100 fine on the side. She has been fined. She's gotten multiple fines from the city, all right? And New York City Sanitation has posted, "Welcome back, we missed you, home sweet home," with the trash can having been returned.
How do we even know that's the same trash can?
That's what they're claiming. They said she had to return the trash can, and the trash can is back, and also that she has been fined. So she lost her job at J.P. Morgan.
The $100 fine was for throwing household trash or business trash in there, which I think is kind of crazy, but all right. I guess they have their reasons.
They hit her with some different fines. I forgot what they were for exactly, but yeah, they hit her with a couple of fines, and now they have the trash can back to finalize this story here and close the book on that lady. She's looking for work if you're in the market or have any open positions.
New DEI executive.
Yeah, she needs a new gig, please. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the hot sheet.
Check the hot sheet. It's news, but not like real important news.
Best investigative reporting on the planet.
The top stories from the people on your screens and speakers are on the hot sheet with C-Lane.
That's right. The top 5 stories in the nonsense news brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. And it's happening, friends.
Boom. It's Jesse.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Let the journey begin.
If you were wondering what the statute of limitations is on having a video release of you beating the heck out of your spouse, it seems to be 3 to 4 months, because word on the street is ABC will be airing the forbidden season of The Bachelorette featuring Taylor Frankie Paul.
No, for real?
That's what production sources are telling TMZ. The current discussion...
Finally, a good move on their part here.
The current discussion behind the scenes is for the season to premiere in mid-July. The final plans are not yet locked in. They say when ABC pulled the season from its schedule, they didn't stop the editors from working on the series. They never stopped cutting the episodes together or working on them. Which was a sign to many that the network was keeping the door open to actually air this thing and just going, hey, you know, we're going to pull it off the airwaves until this whole thing blows over and they forget that this lady from The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives was terrible to her spouse and all that. Taylor and Dakota, what I don't know what his first name is, they have restraining orders against one another and have been ordered by a Utah judge to hash out their custody dispute, but it looks like roses may be handed out
for
this
those of you who
summer.
don't know, it was about to be a new season of The Bachelorette, and then the Bachelorette woman was in this video of her going absolutely ape-ass on this guy she was with at the time in front of her kid, and then they said, we're just going to can the whole thing. And I said, you've already filmed it. What are you, allergic to extra drama?
Mm-hmm.
Just address
the
it.
most dramatic season ever.
Yeah, make it actually dramatic for once, for once in the last 5 years or so.
Well, there's another drama going on, and I would never have had this on any bingo cards because there's arguments now over something involving Whitney Houston, which seems like it should have been quite a deal behind us. But they're saying Oprah gave this interview that said she was really trying to help Whitney Houston out when Whitney Houston fell off the stage doing the Oprah show.
Yeah.
And Oprah pleaded with everybody to don't show anybody pictures. Let's keep this on us. Because Oprah said Whitney Houston was high as hell. And Whitney Houston's family is pissed at Oprah right now. They said she wasn't high when she fell off the stage. She couldn't see the edge of the stage. She was coming towards the front. That's why she went down. Her former bodyguard said the edge of the stage was in a dark spot and someone tried to call out for her to be careful, but no luck. And Whitney wasn't embarrassed. She just kind of laughed it off. Ray Watson was Whitney's personal bodyguard for more than a dozen years. Said nope, she wasn't high. That was not the case. But and Ray was also the first person to discover her body after she passed.
Oh
which
my
is
God!
Very, very dark. But yeah, Whitney's estate is pissed about the narrative Oprah is running with and blame the fall on her poorly lit stage. It's weird for someone with the reputation of Whitney Houston to have the family go, no, she wasn't high that time. that time she wasn't high.
I assure you.
Now, over in current times. Although this person is a little on the older side. Not the oldest person performing these days, but Lionel Richie had a bit of a rough night and had to cut his concert short in Minnesota after falling ill on stage in front of a packed crowd. He got a little dizzy, and then he did Dancing on the Ceiling sitting down, and then after a bit, he just kind of left, and they had to cancel the show.
That's literally the lamest song to perform sitting down.
This is what he said about after the fact.
Oh, is this him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, what I have learned about my years of being in the business, when you are feeling dizzy, sit your ass down. And when you are feeling strange about yourself, sit your ass down.
Is he vaping?
No, I think they gave him a water bottle.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, he did Dancing on the Ceiling sitting down, and then said that was the first time in however many years of that song that he did it without doing any amount of dancing. It's not the song that you sit down for, really.
No.
But Lionel Richie ended up having to leave, and then later the saxophone player came on stage and read a statement saying they would have to postpone, or not postpone, just cancel the rest of the concert for the night. Speaking of canceled, if you were one of the two people who was a fan of Ponies on Peacock, they're not getting a season 2. Ponies, which stood for Persons of No Interest, turned out to live up to its name. And
wow.
So nobody was interested in the persons.
I haven't even heard of this damn thing until this moment in time. Legitimately.
PONIES in all caps is how it's, or I think, how it's said. But yeah, that's what it stands for. Persons of No Interest, and it's a bold thing to name your show, but in this case at least, it turned out to be the truth. And the streaming taketh away, and the streaming giveth. If you liked that reboot of King of the Hill, it's getting I guess not a second season. King of the Hill has been renewed for season 15.
Nice.
After that 15-year hiatus that they took, Bobby and Connie are deciding to give dating a cry. Hank Hill will confront phone scams and hard launches. King of the Hill season 15 will premiere on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus on July 20th. Hey, if you have a mortgage quote, the number one mistake people make when getting the quote is just going, cool, I got this. Let's sign the papers. And they don't compare it. They don't shop around. There's so many things you would shop around for. A mortgage should be one of them. And that mortgage guy, Don, wants to help you. He is the expert that is going to try and save you some money. And he's done it for a whole bunch of our friends and listeners. So take a picture of that quote you got and upload it on the Compare Your Quote tab today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
He'll be joining us for Fritz on the Streets.
That's right.
In a matter of moments, the greatest game in all of radio. Now's when you get our attention. We all of us, myself, C-Lane, and that mortgage guy, Don, we play for somebody in this game. And if we win, you win, and you get yourself a great prize. So now's your time to connect with one of us so that we pick you for Fritz on the Street, which is coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's almost time for poker. Tickets for the 2026 Real...
Hello. Well, behind the scenes of the show. No. Stop. Don't forget, next Friday, the live show, July 3rd. And tonight, Secret shows right here in the studio. Gonna be a wild one. Let me see if we got enough White Claws in here for secret show. Oh yeah. We are good. We are all sorts of good.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida. This is Ross Chastain, NASCAR driver and your Fresh from Florida farmer. When you shop for locally grown fruits and vegetables, look for the Fresh from Florida logo. It's a sign of local pride.
Okay, I've tried Sean, I've tried C-Lane, both no luck. Don, can you pick me so I can bring a magnet to Michigan? Sean picked Bird Nerd? Why should I pick Bird Nerd?
Maybe your kids are self-sufficient now and you're ready to jump back into the workforce. Or perhaps you're stuck in that demanding job and the compensation just doesn't match your hard work.
I trust you, Sean. You can win this week? Maybe. Oh, hang on. Hang on, stand by.
At Marks Bank Real Estate, we have all the components to make you successful as a real estate agent.
Oh my God.
That's joinmarksbank.com.
Oh my God. Stand by.
Check out our star-studded calendar and showtimes online at orlando.funnybone.com. Full kitchen and bar available.
Sun State John with 41 gifted subs. Take a look at that. 41 gifted subscriptions. 41 gifted subscriptions. Unlocking full access to the website, the app, and unlocking secret shows. Wow! Unbelievable. Oh, we gotta hit that before Fritz on the street. Sun State John with 41. Holy shit. Wow. Sun State John's the man? Yeah, that's crazy. Holy cow. Thank you, Sun State John. Oh, he said that brings him to 666. The mark of the beast subs. He is a beast. In the best way. He meant to hit 14, but his eyes are broken? True. Well, I'll take the accidental boost. He's my hero, says Cat BH. 666, the number of the beast Kokomo is going on tonight. Wow. Unbelievable.
Hi, this is Mike Lester with Talent Wealth and the Guarding Your Nest Egg radio show. And I have another investment idea for those seeking great returns.
I'll save it for air. I don't want C-Lane to know until we get back. He's got to set up Fritz. Fritz is now in. Fritz is in and locked into the grid. Right here, ready to host Fritz on the street. Dawn is over here. All right, let's see. Sean, C-Lane, Dawn. All right, who am I picking? I'm picking Sun State John. How do I not do that? 41 gifted subs, rocking my world. I'm going to mention these on air in just a moment. They'll get gobbled up very quickly, especially on a Thursday when we're about to do secret shows. Already 10 of them gone, just like that. Holy cow. this Yuckers dispatch in, and I got to remember to save that and put it up as a GIF afterwards because it is fun. Good luck with that laser surgery, SSJ. I hope that goes well. 41 gifted subs. My God. Yeah, he's at 666. Craig K's at 135. Cyclonus is right behind. This month, top 3, Sunstate John, CB Twisted, and Brad Wallace, Realtor. Brad Wallace, Realtor, in that 3rd spot. 90 seconds and we're back. Hopefully Don is picking me. Well, I mean, Don is very good at this game. So if he does pick you and you are that lucky, you have a good shot. As for me, I have selected somebody, Sunstate John. Although maybe his gift for me should be not to select him. I never know what the right thing to do is. All right, we're coming back.
Air.com. iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
The United States will wrap up group play tonight. Head coach Mauricio Pochettino says their goal remains the same despite already clinching Group D.
Because what we are thinking is to win. Of course, that we are qualified, but we want to win.
The U.S. will play Turkey at 10 p.m. Eastern in Los Angeles. Their round of 32 match set for July 1st, with their opponent yet to be determined.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go, just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM, HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station guaranteed human. Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This is the News Junkie.
Radio, we're just moments away. The showdown is near, and you can play along. We'll tell you how in just a moment. If you miss any of the show, get the podcast. It's free, and it's available over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, Fritz on the street time has arrived. I see Fritz. I see him back at the studio.
Hello.
Looking all nice. He's ready behind the microphone, behind the RE20. He's ready to go. He's got Fritz on the street prepared. We've got the really, really strong competitor who just burst onto the scene and has been dominating everybody.
Number one with a bullet.
Mm-hmm. Number one with a bullet in so many ways. Myself. Yes, me, Sean Wasson, I'm here.
That's right.
And that mortgage guy, Don, and C-Lane. C-Lane is also here as well. We'll see where we're all at on the scoreboard momentarily. But we have to get ready by picking somebody to fight for in This Week in Florida. And I picked Sunstate John for many reasons, but one is he just donated or dropped 41 gifted subs over at thenewsjunkie.com. Thank you. Premium subscriptions, unlocking the website, unlocking uncensored secret shows, full access for you, courtesy of Sunstate John. Go claim that subscription. He paid for it. You can get it right now. There's about 20 or so left. Thanks to Sunstate John. All right, so I'm picking Sunstate John. C-Lane, who are you picking?
I went to the texting service, and I picked somebody labeled Badass Bullwear. I'm guessing Alicia, but Badass Bullwear on the texting service.
All right, Badass Bullwear. What about you, Don?
Well, I'm feeling a certain kind of way. There's one person here that said Sean or C-Lane can pick me, but not Don. I don't know what that's about.
Wow.
It's a Florida scratcher.
That's not even a safe bet anymore.
Yeah, that's just a dumb move.
It's fine. It's fine.
All right.
I'm gonna go with which one was it? What did I say first? Arnott.
Arnott.
Okay.
They said I'm looking good. I've been working out, so that's a better comment.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Flattery.
Note to self, folks. Butter him up a little bit. Maybe Don is going to pick you, and then you end up on the winning side of this, getting yourself some great prizes. So here goes nothing. Fritz, you ready to do this thing?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do Fritz on the streets.
Oh, wait, that's me. Every time that happens.
There it goes.
It's time for Fritz on the Street.
Hello, Sean. Hello, C-Lane. Hello, Don.
Hello, Fritz.
Fritz on the Street is sponsored by That Mortgage Guy Don and Home Loans Radio. Each and every Tuesday here on Real Radio 104.1, you can listen to the best, the most live Saturday morning show that has ever been designed and executed. I think this last show was our favorite show. We were just talking about it.
It was pretty funny.
It was really, really funny and also entertaining. We make you laugh. We definitely make you cry, and we make you think. That's every Saturday, 9 to 10:30 a.m. Home Loans Radio. You can also follow Don on Instagram at That Mortgage Guy Don.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Don.com.
In first place on Fritz on the Street with 180 points, we have Mr. Christopher Lane. In second place with 166 points, we have That Mortgage Guy Don.
All right.
And in third place with 136 points, we have Mr. Sean Wasson.
Yeah.
You got this, Sean.
Now, Fritz on the Street.
Thank you. I need the encouragement. I appreciate it.
I was distracted a second ago because somebody on the texting service said, I'm pretty sure Sean just said, let's see who we're playing against for this week in Florida.
Did I?
I don't know.
It's possible.
That's what they said.
It's possible. I've been sideways before, and I am saying them. But this is Fritz on the Street, just for clarification. Okay.
I have 8 questions, 4 current event questions, 4 general knowledge trivia questions. I go to the bar, so you don't have to. Each Tuesday night, Cavo's Bar and Kitchen, we had 7 teams, and then 1 dropped off, so 6. And 7 participants, and I got 1 phoner, so 8 in toto. Each question has 8 answers. You chime in with that bonus point, and then out of 8 answers, how many do you think got it right? Easy peasy. Is everyone in?
Yes. Let's do it.
All right, without further ado, question 1. Recently, which football star broke the record with most World Cup goals? C-Lane.
Messi.
Messi is correct. Full question. Recently, which football star broke the record with most World Cup goals? When you have played in 25 World Cups, why not?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's like 5 or something.
I was going to say, hold on. How often do they do that?
Since you're 100 years old, Messi.
4 score and 80 years ago.
C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Lionel Messi?
Let me go with 6.
6.
Oh, he's so famous, but I don't know. I'll say 5.
5 for Sean.
I'm going to go for it. I'm going to say 8.
And 8 for That Mortgage Guy Don. Question number 1 with answers of 5, 6, and 8.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who knows the world sport? Recently, which football star broke the record with most World Cup goals?
Messi. I would say Messi, maybe.
Messi.
Lionel Messi.
Messi?
Messi. Messi.
Messi.
Yeah,
that
baby.
would be 8, so 2 points awarded to Don. And that is all. We move on to question number 2. It's about a famous actress. Question 2. Which actress has had roles in films such as Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Scream, the newer remake, and Honora?
Oh, my God.
C-Lane. And Nora. Millie Bobby Brown?
That is incorrect.
Sean.
The
blonde lady. She's blonde. Honora's the one where she's like the CEO and they kidnap her. And her name is escaping me. Oh! Anna. I can't remember. Pass. Damn it.
All right. Sean passes. The movies, once again, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Scream, and Honora.
Don, Blake Lively.
That would be
Lana Ferris?
Mickey Madison.
Oh, it wasn't
Mikey. I'm sorry, Mikey
No,
Madison.
Mikey's a brunette.
Yep. Mikey Madison. So, Celine, you
wasn't
got
even close.
question 1 right. And we'll start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Mikey Madison?
I'm going to go with 2.
2.
0.
0. Goose egg for Sean.
2.
And 2 for Don. Question 2 with answers of 0 and 2. Which actress has had roles in films such as Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Scream, the remake, and Honora?
Mikey Madison.
Mikey Madsen.
Mikey Madison.
Nev Campbell.
I've never seen either of those movies. I have no idea. Oh, God, I don't even know that one.
Ethan Hawke's daughter?
Margaret Qualley.
That would be 3. So Don and Celine with a guess of 2, each picking up 1 point. So don't feel bad you didn't know Mikey Madison. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Question 3. On Tuesday, which UK Prime Minister resigned? Sean.
Oh my God. Keir Starmer.
That is correct. Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Keir Starmer or Starmer?
3.
3.
2.
2 for Celine.
4.
And 4 for Don. Question 3 with answers of 2, 3, and 4.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone knows their Prime Minister. On Tuesday, which UK Prime Minister resigned?
Keir? I don't know how to pronounce his first name. Starmer.
Keir Starmer.
Winston Churchill.
Keir Starmer. I don't know. Pass.
He was there for a hot second. I don't remember his name. I don't care to remember his name.
Keir Starmer.
That would be 4. So Don is picking up 2 points, and Sean with a guess of 3, picking up 1 additional point. Question number 4 is coming up. That's halfway point after question 4. I'll tell you who is leading so far in Fritz on the Street. Question 4 is about your body. In which part of the body are your metatarsals located?
Don. Your feet.
That is correct. Don, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said feet or toes?
4.
4.
3.
3 for Celine.
Oh, I'm going the other way. I'm going to go 6.
And 6 for Sean. Question 4 with answers of 3, 4, and 6. In which part of the body are your metatarsals located?
That's your toes.
The hands.
Your toes.
Your feet.
Feet.
Your feet. They're your toes.
Metatarsal is in your foot.
Oh, your feet.
That would be 7. So Sean zigged when he should have zigged and is picking up 1 point. That means 4 down with 4 remaining. In first place with 6 points, Don/R Not It. In second place with 3 points, Sean/Sun State John. And in third place with 2 points, Celine/Badass Bullwear.
Those people knew their feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, actually.
Yeah. I know my feet. They were all feet people, I guess. Question 5. Over the weekend, which movie had a 310 million... Celine.
Toy Story 5.
That is correct. Toy Story 5. Full question. Which movie had a $310 million box office opening weekend? It cost $250 to make. I would say they're sitting pretty. Celine, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Toy Story 5?
8.
8.
Yeah, I'll say 7.
7 for Sean.
I'll take the under. I'm going to go 6.
And 6 for Don. Question 5 with answers of 6, 7, and 8. Question 4. Over the weekend, which movie had a $310 million box office opening weekend?
He-Man. Dun, 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 dun. Funny wrong answer. I was so confident.
Toy Story 5.
No, Supergirl's not out yet. What the heck is it?
Airbud 4.
Toy Story 5.
Toy Story 5. Toy Story 5.
The new Toy Story. Toy Story 5.
That would be 5 for Toy Story 5. So Don with a guess of 6, picking up 1 point. Question 6 now on the agenda. 3 remaining. Who hosted the Mad Tea Party in Alice of Wonderland?
Don. The Mad Hatter?
That is incorrect.
Sean. The Cheshire Cat?
It's a good guess. Incorrect.
Celine.
Alice. That would be the March Hare.
Oh, my God.
Never. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a character. I didn't know there was an option.
Well, he's always late.
Late for a very important date. Okay, all right.
Celine, you got question 5, right? We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said the March Hare?
1.
No, you know what? I'm just going to go against my gut because I've had this panel so wrong. I'm going to go 4.
4 for Sean.
2.
And 2 for Don. Question 6 with answers of 1, 2, and 4, I believe.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone is picking up 2 points. Who hosted the Mad Tea Party in Alice of Wonderland?
The Mad Hatter.
Oh, the March Hare. March Hare.
Weena Hart.
The Mad Hatter.
The Mad Hatter.
Mad Hatter?
The Cheshire Cat.
That would be 2. So Don is picking up 2 points, and
Oh,
C-Lane with a guess of 1, picking up 1 point. 2 questions now remaining. Question 7. At the age of 94.
Don.
Don.
Clive Davis.
That is correct.
Nice.
At the age of 94, which American music executive and record producer passed away on Monday? That guy did a lot for modern music.
Yep. He created a lot of careers.
He did.
Yeah.
Don, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Clive Davis?
Man, I just don't know how many people would know that. This panel's hard to read.
Do young people know Clive Davis?
I doubt it.
That's. I'm going to go 2.
2.
5.
5 for C-Lane.
3.
And 3 for Sean. Question 7 with answers of 2, 3, and 5. At the age of 94, which American music executive and record producer passed away on Monday?
Clive Davis.
Clive Davis.
Clive Davis.
Clive Davis.
Clyde Davis. Unbelievable.
Clive Davis.
Clive Davis.
That would be 8.
My God.
So no points awarded on that one.
That's
None of you
astonishing
dicks
to
knew
me.
Toy Story 5 and you all know Clive Davis?
It's the #1 movie in the country, 100 million plus or whatever.
They know feet and they know Clive Davis.
I don't know what this says about them, but yeah, I'm beginning to. Okay, I'm beginning to think things.
1 question remaining now. Before we do that, let's go through the leaderboard. In first place with 10 points, Don/Are Not It. And in second place with 4 points, C-Lane/Badass Bullware. In third place with 3 points, Sean/Sun State John. So it's 10, 4, and 3. Question 8 goes like this. What is the capital of Montana?
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
No, that's not the one. Damn it. Pierre.
That is incorrect.
Don. Missoula.
That is incorrect.
Sean. It's. Damn it, man.
It is not
Montana,
damn it, man.
Montana.
Can you name anywhere in Montana?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm having deja vu right now.
Pass. I don't know. It's someone with an S?
It ends with an A. Helena.
Helena.
I
That's
didn't know it.
one of the tricks that, like, Montana, Helena.
Oh.
Anyway. Don, you got question 7 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Helena?
How about 1?
1.
3.
I mean,
3 for
three
C-Lane.
for him. I'm going to go the other way just because like everything has been backwards for me. I'll just 8. It's going to be 8.
And 8 for
Yep.
Sean. Question 8 with answers of 1, 3, and 8. What is the capital of Montana?
Billings. I honestly don't know this one. I don't know this one. Sorry, don't know it.
Helena.
Billings.
Helena.
Pierre is South Dakota. Montana. Billings.
That would be 4. So C-Lane with a guess of 3, picking up 1 point. And we end the day thusly in first place with 10 points. Don/Are Not It. Congratulations, Are Not It. In second place with 5 points, C-Lane/Badass Bullware. And in third place with 3 points, Sean/Sun State John. That means in first place and still leading.
Barely.
With 185 points, Christopher Lane. In second place with 176 points, now 9 points away, that mortgage guy Don. And in third place with 139 points, Sean Wasson, and that is Fritz on the Street.
Thank you, Fritz.
Well done.
The best of the best, the host with the most, and all of that good stuff. Make sure you're following him, Fritz, over on all of his social media profiles. TheNewsJunkie.com/share, TheNewsJunkie.com/share. Just hit follow. Just bam. Follow him on all of them. And then make sure next time you do not miss out on Fritz's Funhouse Trivia. Be there, even possibly take part in Fritz on the Street and hear yourself on the show next week.
That's right.
We love you. We appreciate you.
Love you.
Mr. Fritz. There he is. Amazingly talented guy. Clive Davis? What was his name?
Clive Davis.
Clive Davis. Did Fritz record anything on his own, or was he always one of those people who's just like involved with other people creating music?
I believe, well, he was a record producer. I don't know to what extent he was involved. I don't believe he was a songwriter. I think he was just a behind the scenes, like, I'm going to pair you with this person, they're the best. I'm going to pair you with this person, they're the best.
He just knew talent, right?
Yeah.
And then like connect these people and make some magic happen. And he had his hand in a lot of stuff, man.
He would also, if an artist was rejected from his competition, he would sign them and make them megastars.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, he knew how to do it, right? He was very, very, very smart in that world. All right, Fritz will be back next week. We'll see you then. When we come back, that mortgage guy, Don, you got time to hang out with us, Don?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. All right, we'll get to know Don a little bit and hang out in moments. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Do you know when a man is good looking? I have to ask my wife because I don't know. There are only a couple people you're like, okay, well, that person is stereotypically good looking. The dude, Henry Cavill, that plays Superman or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, everybody kind of understands that.
So you
dude,
like him?
No, I don't like him.
Cool that we found out Jim's kryptonite.
Oh, my God.
Hello, welcome behind the scenes of the show. Skill Mike activated. Don hangs out next. We're going to dive a little deeper into the world of that mortgage guy, Don. That mortgage guy, Don. We're going to learn a little bit more about what's going on in his world. We have so many more stories to work our way through today. And perhaps maybe tomorrow, another few details about this live show next Friday.
This report is sponsored by Quantum Fiber Internet.
This report is sponsored by Quantum Fiber Internet.
Hey, you got questions about the mortgage industry? Don has answers, and you can always ask him those. Maybe you don't want to reach out to him directly. Maybe you think your question is kind of
BTW.
stupid question. You can always find out the information from
John Morgan has now revealed the name of his new Florida political party. There was a $100,000 contest to name this new political party. There were 35,000 submissions. 35,000 different names that came in there. And the $100,000 prize will be divided equally among the winning entrants, who all selected the Common Ground Party. What do we think about that? You got your Republicans, you got your Democrats, and you got the Common Ground Party. People who join the Common Ground Party will be known as grounders. Notably, more than 250 people from different places, different backgrounds submitted this name independently. So 250 people splitting $100,000. 250 people split $100,000. How much do they get each? 4,000? 400. Yikes. 400. They get $400 a piece. $100,000 split between 250 people. They get $400 a piece. And the contest was a great exercise, they say. It's a third party. The third party will be among the Republicans, the Democrats, and the Common Ground Party. Honestly, nothing against it. I think it's a miss on the name. Because I don't think that the idea that really changes the game in politics is that there are the Republicans on the right and the Democrats on the left, and that somehow the common ground is necessarily between them. I think personally that's a misnomer, that it's like we're between two things. I think people are all over the place. That's why I think teams in the political world are stupid as shit. Because it's impossible that you have so little of an identity in yourself that if there was a big rally of people and you're like, how do you feel about this? You're like, yeah, me, yeah. Well, yeah, that too, yeah. Like, how could you all have all of these things 100% perfectly in common? The fact is, people are all over the map. And most people, at least people that I've met, don't feel well represented by any of this stuff. I think people see the left lurching even further left in our elections this week in New York, where people winning who just outright hate America. Like literally, not exaggerating, not even America bad, literally hate America. America hating politicians. Calling themselves Democratic Socialist or whatever the flavor of the day is on one side. MAGA types on the other. Delusional as hell, constantly following Trump and always thinking he's right. Republicans are lost. Democrats are getting bowled over by these extremists. I think people are all over the place, but they don't feel represented by this. But will they feel represented by the Common Ground Party? I don't know. Yes or not, email me, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. The name should have been the American Group Party. Party for America could have been good. And you could be like, we want to party for America. It's potential. All right? Potential. Common Ground sounds like a fair trade coffee place. It kind of does, actually. It kind of does. I mean, I think we've got no chance of coming out of the doomer situation we're in with politics until we have the normie uprising. Until the normies rise up and they're like, you guys are way too loud and you're annoying as hell and you political people ruin everything. Until we have the normie uprising, we're stuck with exactly what we got right now. There's your prediction for me. You know, if the Democrats get a majority and take office, they'll start trying to arrest all the Republicans and investigating the Republicans for everything. The Republicans will get back in control and they'll start going after all the Democrats and we'll be like some banana republic. Normies don't want to be in power, nor do they want to get the backing needed. I don't care if normies want to run for office or be in power. I care that normies say, hey, we find all of this to be repulsive. You people are obnoxious and you're ruining the good vibes. And we're going to start voting en masse. We're going to start voting for people we think closer aligned with our ideals. I think those are the people who a lot of times don't vote, don't get out there. And while they might not want to run for office because they want to live their lives, they might vote for somebody who stands up and says, hey, we're going to do things a little different. At least we'll be fashionable with the Banana Republic. Is Banana Republic still a thing? Didn't Banana Republic go out of business? Am I crazy? I thought they went out of business. Okay, we're coming back live on the show in just a moment.
Now is the perfect time to prepare your home before the next storm is on the radar. Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim Impact Windows and Doors are built for Florida homes and designed to help stand up to severe weather. Florida homeowners don't just choose their windows for storm protection, they also improve energy efficiency year-round, which means added comfort and lower energy bills. Schedule a free in-home design consultation where their experts will guide you through the full replacement process from design to install. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com and choose your savings today, or better yet, stop by their showroom off of Lee Road in Winter Park. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
I've been hearing for decades that the markets can solve climate change. Today, we have more incentives for market solutions than ever, and emissions are rising. On this season of Drilled, Carbon Cowboys, the story of 3 market solutions colliding in one multinational boondoggle.
You gotta give Bruce and the guys credit. They're Republicans. They don't give a shit about any of this stuff.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Drilled and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock. This is
was me whistling on accident. My microphone was live.
I was wondering about that.
That was me. Yeah, that was me. It's not usually me doing that.
I looked over at Don's microphone and I was like, no, his is off.
Yeah,
it's not Don whistling.
It's not Don being unprofessional in the world of broadcasting. It's Sean being unprofessional.
My mic was off.
Yeah. You got it under control over there. I'm over here whistling along to the rejoin.
To be fair, I got one job here, though. Turn the mic on, turn it off.
Yeah, but that's the key thing. That's what really matters here. Don, have you ever spent time anywhere where you didn't have an air conditioning? Did you ever live anywhere or spend a significant amount of time anywhere where you're like, you were in a house that didn't have an air conditioning at all?
Yes, I would call it my childhood. Like all of high school, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade, I lived in a house in Florida, in Orlando, that had zero air conditioning in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Even at that point, that's crazy.
It was one of these, like, 1960s, Florida houses.
Yeah.
Now, the parents had a window unit in their room that I had a fan.
Must be nice.
Yeah, right? It built a lot of character.
Yeah. Nobody's building character anymore, Don. Nobody's in the business of building character anymore. I watch what's happening here, and I go, there are like two things that I get struck by. All right. One is I do not, and I will never understand the weird sort of resistance against getting air conditioners in certain places. Like in England, they literally won't get air conditioning. They're against it politically in some cases. I've seen some things like, okay, this is a story I saw related to this. Britons were ordered to remove air conditioning from their homes under some net zero crackdown they had. It says one Londoner received orders to permanently remove 2 cooling units from the rear of their property. They said there was no justification for the equipment, ruling it breached the authorities' cooling hierarchy policy, whatever that is. During an appeal, the homeowner was advised to open windows and balcony doors in their first floor flat to achieve ventilation by natural means. So in London, in certain areas, they're telling them not to have an AC. In France, there's a newspaper that was saying why air conditioning must remain a last resort. The use of air conditioners is a consensus once all other mitigation techniques have been deployed. Its use calls for a change in behavior for more sobriety or whatever.
More sobriety?
Change. It's really weird. And then
not having an air conditioner wouldn't want me to be sober. Wouldn't make me want to be.
Here's the thing that I know. Like in only the most political of worlds is an air conditioner a political choice. Like to normal people, you're just like, is it hot? I would like an air conditioner. That's it. That's as far as it goes. But this says, as an intense heat wave sent temperatures above 40 degrees Celsius this week in cities from Bordeaux to Nantes, far-right presidential hopeful Marie Le Pen accused leftist parties and green activists of ideologically opposing air conditioning at the expense of public health. It's absurd to have people die because of the heat, said the leader of the Rassemblement National Party. If I'm elected president, I will put into place a massive air conditioning plan, starting in places with the most vulnerable populations, hospitals, care homes, and school.
They don't even have the hospitals?
No. Far left leader and rival candidate hit back. Absolutely not. Installing air conditioning everywhere would only mean increasing the damage, he said, alluding to the risk of increased carbon emissions. Like, this seems like a weird, dumb thing to argue over. I think in particular, this should be something that they put in place for all old people. Like, old people are the ones who are at risk here. Like Don is saying, you grow up without air conditioning in your house. It might make you tougher. You might not be so comfortable, but you're probably going to be fine if you're younger and it's hot outside. Go play with your friends. Run around in the hose or something. Yeah. But the idea that you're like making it a political thing for old people to have or to not have air conditioners, I don't understand that. I think a lot of us are just kind of spoiled. And I know there are a lot of places where, like I think in the Northeast, it's still maybe 50-50 or something that you would have an air conditioner. Maybe more than that. I don't know. But a lot of places in the Northeast still don't have ACs because there's only a couple of months a year that things get that hot. But
if like in areas like that where they're so like against air conditioning, if you do have one and it breaks, I don't think the amount of like AC repair people like we have here would be over there, because why would you open that business if you're fixing something next to nobody has.
Yeah, or if you do have it, you're going to be shamed or something.
Yes,
I like the other move they made in France, which was another move they thought. Let's say that nobody's allowed to drink outside right now, because alcohol outside because it's too hot.
I saw that. Yeah.
How does that help?
They had said, look, at no public events, no gatherings, no nothing, can you drink alcohol, because somehow that's going to be worse when it's this hot outside. I was like, hold on. Are people dying because they're drinking and it's hot? Or are people dying because they're just hot? I think most of the people who die in these situations are old people who live in places where there's not proper cooling mechanisms.
They've had a bunch of people die from drowning, Sean, because people swimming in places where they shouldn't swim. Like more than 2 or 3 dozen people have died from drowning.
I didn't even think about that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So they're like seeking out something to cool them down, and
like they're jumping into the ocean or somewhere where it's not safe or signed off to swim.
The channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that hot outside. You're like, I can't swim, but F it.
Just
splash
jumping into the Seine.
Arnaud says 200,000 people have died in the past 4 years in Europe due to heat. I don't know what the exact numbers are. I don't know if that's correct or not. But I know that this is weird, like very political person stuff. Most people would never go, well, I can't have an air conditioning for my Meemaw because of climate change. I think that most people would just go, the person either needs it or doesn't need it. And you're hobbling yourself in the name of saving people from climate change. And in doing that and trying to be like sort of, I don't know, forward thinking in that way, you're watching people actually die in the moment from other things. So that it doesn't add up to me. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But Europe has been dealing with this seemingly forever. The southeastern United States, shortly after Don's parents denied him an air conditioner, decided to make a turn here and buy ACs. And they started to do more and more of this and building of new homes that had places that had air conditioners. And we are better off for it. It's a great human invention. Should we try to do things to help the world out and to help the planet and keep the planet nice? Sure. Great. But I'm not cutting corners at the air conditioner, for God's sake.
No.
That is not where I'm trying to do this. Maybe you are.
You're bringing up some bad memories for me, Sean.
No, it's tough. Yeah.
My parents put in air conditioning within 2 months after I left to join the Army. They said they could afford it now that I quit eating there.
That seems rude.
Did you ever have a word with them about this at some point in time, Don?
I've mentioned it.
Yeah, it adds up. Let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. He will be harboring some of that anger over not having AC in his youth when he comes back for the next poker tournament, the Real Radio poker tournament.
That's right.
And those are selling out quick. Those tickets, I think this morning they told us like 85%ish. Really? I don't think they're making it to the weekend. If you want to participate in the poker tournament and hang out with Don in the That Mortgage Guy Don Casino.
Well, the official title is former champion That Mortgage Guy Don.
That's right.
I won in 2019. And then I held the title for 2 more years because they didn't have the tournament again because of COVID. So I have the longest holding champ. From 2019 to 2022.
If my perfect soccer record counts, then your longest title holding thing, I think that counts as well.
Yeah, I mean, I know that you're pretty darn good at this poker thing. Mm-hmm. I don't know that I've ever been at your table, and I'm probably better off for that. They usually stick me somewhere with, they stick me with the rejects, honestly. We go, there's like the reject poker table. They go, we don't want these guys messing up the hands of the people who are actually going to play some good poker. So remember that. If you're at my table this year, look around, you go, oh, okay. That's where.
Just go all in.
Yeah, go all in right away. And I don't have a tell because I just don't know what I'm doing. But if you're around That Mortgage Guy Don, be a little more careful.
Well, if you want to play in it, if you want to go up against That Mortgage Guy Don, who will be a little more challenging than that Not Mortgage Guy Sean.
True.
That Not Poker Guy either. realradio.fm/poker.
Yeah, thank you so much, Don. It's going to be a fun event. It always is. Grab those while you can. Maybe you'll be at Don's table. Maybe you'll be at C-Lane's table. Maybe you'll be with me and the rest of the Misfits, but it's a fun time regardless. We appreciate you. There he goes. That mortgage guy, Don.
Thank you, Sean.
Make sure you are not only listening on the weekends to That Mortgage Guy Don's radio show, but afterwards you can binge all you want. You can learn more about getting help with a mortgage with your house. It's the first time, second time, third time you've done it. You still need to make sure you have an expert to bring you along and drag you through it. Do not waste money. I'm talking tens of thousands of dollars. Sometimes people waste because they aren't smart enough to go over to a simple website. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. Don, we'll see you next week, man.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, C-Lane.
Later, buddy. Goes. What a good guy. And an excellent player at both Fritz on the Street and poker. But we'll leave that aside. And when we come back, we'll do jury duty. We'll see what's on your mind. I got dispatches. We got confessions. We have a lot as Thursday rolls on. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
If AI ran this station, it'd be organized. And nobody wants that. Real Radio 104.1, guaranteed human.
This is three-time Pro Bowler LeVar Arrington. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Rasmussen University.
LaMelo Ball and Josh Green being dealt by the Charlotte Hornets to Minnesota. For Naz Reid, a first-round pick, 3 first-round pick swaps, and 3 second-round picks. According to a report, the Celtics are still talking to a number of teams about a possible...
Hello, welcome to the show. Welcome behind the scenes. We're coming into jury duty, and then it's going to be the most amazing power hour in a long time here on the show. So stick with us. Let's get some gifted subs rolling. Let's get a hype train going as we wrap up the show, because tonight at 8 o'clock, Secret Shows, streaming live on the website, uncensored at thenewsjunkie.com for subscribers. Saturday's amazing at 9 a.m. True. Yeah, they have a good time over there. It's fun. Love that. I need an outfit for the poker tournament. I'm thinking jean shorts, a fanny pack, and a visor. No. No. We're not doing that. I was going to give some secret shows, but John got them all. Hogwash. Hogwash. You have an opportunity right now to do it. I'll tell you why at the top of the hour. All right, real quick, let's see if there's anything else I need to work in on Skomite. If you're looking for work, Spirit Halloween is hiring 52,000 people. And here we go. This is what I wanted to share with you. Let's take it to space for a Skomike exclusive. How crazy is this? From CBS News. Astronomers have uncovered a pair of giant planets that are lighter than cotton candy. They are super puffs the size of Jupiter. Now, Chaos has also been referred to as a super puff, but these are giant planets called super puffs. Giant planets lighter than cotton candy, super puffs the size of Jupiter. The featherweight pair orbiting a star 1,110 light years away are the biggest exoplanets found to have less density than cotton candy. They are the lightest known planets of their size. Oh, this is weird. Get stoned and give this some thought. These two planets have densities comparable to a nice blob of shaving foam fresh from the can. They are fluffy, wispy worlds, probably white or blue, depending on whether the skies there are cloudy, not shades of cotton candy pink. The planets are probably mostly hydrogen and helium, but they're going to look at it with the Webb Space Telescope to confirm their chemical makeup. Weird. Super Puffs out there. There's Super Puffs. 1 minute. We're coming back live. God farts? Dandelion planets? Yeah. Imagine that. What if I jump into a Super Puff planet? If I'm like, you know what? I can't fix this planet we're on right now. I'm out of here. And if I jump into a Super Puff planet, am I dead? I mean, I know there's oxygen problems, but just generally speaking, be a wild ride.
Code VIOM50 to save $50 off your purchase. And eat everything blue. No, thank you. Please be advised, you may want to stop eating the following foods immediately. Broccoli, kale, blueberries, quinoa, spinach. I thought those were good for me. What's healthy for one person may cause inflammation for another. So how do you know what your body actually needs? That's where Viome comes in. Viome is a simple at-home gut health test that analyzes your real-time biology to give you personalized nutrition guidance and custom supplements. Learn more at Viome.com/gut. V as in Victor, IOME.com/GUT. And use coupon code GUTHEALTH50 to save $50 off your purchase.
You can depend on Florida farmers. Our farm is where we live and work. It's where we raise our families and provide for yours. When you shop for Florida-grown fruits and vegetables, look for local. Choose Fresh from Florida, the homegrown brand of Florida farmers.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Radio.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is the
And the weirdest story of the day, without a shadow of a doubt, right before that. And then we got some stuff to talk about at the top of the hour to kick off the Power Hour. There is a story that I want to get to right before jury duty just because it's so crazy. I'll bring this up so you can see that it's real. I kind of do this over on the video side of things so people can see I'm not just making up a story. But this is
like
a real
you
story.
Always do.
No, I'm not making up stories.
Sean makes up stories.
The truth is real enough. All right, it's crazy enough for everybody to be amazed by it. But
he says he's got a 4-story house. He literally makes up stories.
That's
like story
not
stories.
True.
Yeah.
It's not. Police declare war on a hoax that has been spreading throughout Mombasa. Okay, which is, I believe, is it Kenya?
Sure.
Yeah, it's in Kenya. It's in Kenya. There's a hoax that has been causing chaos in Kenya, and you can see from this press conference here. Hold on, will this read the story to us? That's very nice. If so, no, it doesn't seem to want to work. The Mombasa County Security and Intelligence Community has issued a stern warning against a growing wave of mob justice. What's causing this mob justice? Well, it's triggered by false claims of disappearing male genitalia, declaring that anybody involved in assaults or spreading the hoax will face prosecution. The committee, which was led by Mohammed Noor, said the alarming claims are malicious fabrications orchestrated by organized con men to exploit public fear to create confusion, rob people, and loot businesses. The bizarre scam has sparked widespread panic and disrupted business activities in the coastal city. Within the last 48 hours, rowdy mobs incited by the false allegations descended on unsuspecting individuals, leaving several people injured. So I guess somebody said that there's a problem and people's genitals are disappearing. So this is what caused them to freak out. It says the hoax reportedly began nearby. Similar cases were referred to in some different markets, and they were falsely accused of causing the disappearance of other people's genitals through touch. So they said that there was people walking through these cities in Kenya, and if the people touched you, if they put their hands on you, if they brushed up against you, then your genitals would disappear. So they would tell the guys, like, your genitals will disappear if one of these people
a woman
brush up
touches
against
you?
if anybody, whoever has this, if they touch you, your genitals will disappear.
That sounds like something your parents tell you to get you to abstain from sexual intercourse. Like,
it kind of does.
You know, if somebody touches it, it goes away. You want to keep that thing.
That's what they said. And they said if you, and so the people would be in these markets and somebody would brush up against them or touch them and they would just start beating people. Like, don't touch me. My genitals are going to disappear. Like, get off me. You're going to make my genitals disappear. Give me some space. Make room. All right. And anybody who hits anybody else is liable to get punched. And it's caused chaos in Kenya. Because all these dudes actually believe, and this is guys, right? I don't think there's a woman who's like, oh, no, I'm going to lose my vagina. I don't think that's happening. I think I've just given you so many things, haven't I? Right before.
Couple of
right
things.
Before the power hour.
No, that one's been locked in, pretty much all day.
We used to do this when I was young, by the way. Used to be a thing, but it would be with your nose. You know, like you could... Got your nose.
I got your
penis. Yeah. This is like the gotcha nose game, but you like, oh, if somebody touches you, you will lose your penis. That's what's happening. It's dangerous out there in Kenya. It's a hoax. Don't fall for it, okay? Right now, let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only, Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. You got to get the attorney that's going to treat you the right way. The attorney that's going to focus on you, hear your story out, and fight hard. Fight like hell against those greedy insurance companies, these billion-dollar insurance companies, so that you, the little guy, can get what you deserve for once. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or justcallmo.com. Just one story real quick in jury duty. A YouTube channel that once featured motorcycles appearing to weave dangerously through Central Florida traffic at speeds exceeding 150 miles per hour may be coming to an end. And the creator is blaming the super speeder law as the reason. Dallas Ashley, the great-grandson of NASCAR founder Bill France Sr. and grandson of NASCAR's former CEO Jim France, suggested that he may discontinue his Speed Demon 407 YouTube channel. He said the super speeder law has ruined this for him and his channel. It's just a matter of time.
It was always illegal, Dallas.
Sure, yeah. It's just a matter of time before my ass gets taken to effing jail, he said. And he said because of this excessive speeding law, it's made it so he cannot get content for his YouTube channel, which would feature all the people weaving in and out of traffic. This is just like that story about how in Oakland, the car robberies had been declining.
Right.
And then the news station in Oakland, California went out and said, can you believe these businesses who replaced the windows of the cars that were robbed, their business is down. This is a negative impact of this. Buddy, I don't care that your YouTube channel doesn't have content because there's a super speeder law anymore. I could care less if you're not getting 150 mile an hour people flying on their motorcycles, weaving in and out of traffic because they're scared now.
Also,
no.
What did you do in life that your grandfather and your great-grandfather or whatever ran NASCAR and you have the Speed Demon 407 YouTube channel?
Speed Demon 407. Do we feel sorry for him, folks? He might have to shut down his YouTube channel because of the super speeder law. Now, we're all benefiting from increased safety on the roads, but have you thought about the YouTube super speeder guy? If even for a moment? Back in one of those in just a second here, or a moment, whatever either one. We'll be back with the Power Hour, and I've got all of our confessions lined up, locked, loaded, and ready to go. Those are coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $2,500 is just minutes away with the $250K USA giveaway, presented by HBN Bath on Real Radio 104.1.
Police activities blocking northbound and southbound lanes on John Young Parkway between Donegan and Columbia. You can use Central Avenue, 441, or Main Street as an alternate route. The off-ramp still partially blocked from I-4 westbound Osceola Polkline Road out in Champions Gate there. Look out for a crash on 408 eastbound near Conway Road. Getting cleared up off to the shoulder. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
The Power Hour incoming.
This earful of real radio is sponsored by We Paint Everything. Visit WePaintEverything.com. I'm Mark Anajar. I'm John Levine. I'm Elliot.
Power Hour incoming, everybody.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. Enough is Orlando. Everybody jump over here.
I need a great song to end on, chat. An absolute banger. Such a weird victim claim? True. Yeah, it's like, guys, I know that there's been a reduction in people driving well over 100 miles an hour in situations of high traffic and weaving in between lanes and on interstates and elsewhere. I know that a lot of people die in car accidents every single year. But have you considered the content for my YouTube channel? It's drying up. It's a catastrophe. I feel the earth move under my feet. We did that last time there was a earthquake, I believe. We did that. What else can we do? Crocodile Rock? Keep thinking. Shaw, do we get Secret Shows apps for other streaming platforms like Google Chrome Fire Stick? I believe the Google app is out. Hold on. C-Lane, the Secret Shows app for Google TV is out, right?
It's in the Google Play Store, yes.
Okay. If you have the Google Play Store on your TV, search for Secret Shows, log in with your account, and if you have Secret Shows access, you'll be able to watch live and watch on demand Secret Shows on your Google TV. We're not done with all of this yet. When we are, there will be a page called thenewsjunkie.com/TV with all of the TV apps, so you can know as a Secret Show subscriber where you can watch. Islands in the Stream, The Gambler, Californication, Dragula, West Coast Coconut Records. That's kind of a good song. I like it.
So relax, turn up the music, drive with a smile, knowing you're saving up to 50% on tolls. So you can think of other things.
All right, hang on. Coconut Records. Yeah.
Places you'll go and the money you'll save with
Isn't there a celebrity in that band?
at GettyPass.com. Hey Orlando, are you tired of checking a price online only to find out it's thousands more when you get to the
Jason Schwartzman, right?
We changed the game. Every new Kia listed for sale on GreenwayKias.com has our Greenway all-in price. That means the price you see is the price you pay, with no surprises and no additional fees. Plus, with over 1,000
Yikes.
new Kias available at our 3 Central Florida locations, you'll find the right new Kia at the right price every time. It's the Summer Sticker Sales Event. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Greenway Kia. July 4th, 2026, the 250th anniversary of American independence. The Great American State Fair becomes the center of it all. All 50 states, a national prayer moment. And that night, the largest fireworks display in the history of the world. There's never been a July 4th like this one. There never will be again. Plan your trip at freedom250.org. Freedom 250. The Great
Okay.
American State Fair, July 4th.
Coconut Records, West Coast. There's no curse words in that, I don't think. Okay, let's get Bust a Move out the way. Okay, 122-ish. Fade in 2 seconds. Keep it smooth. Make it sexy. All right, we're coming back right now, folks. Back live on the show now. Power Hour time.
For you. Give them a call. You pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keywords free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. There's a few minimum requirements, but it is definitely worth doing. And when you're there, inquire about cancer screening. Getting that early detection is a game changer. It's Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keywords free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. Please tell them that Russ Rollins and the Monster sent you.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
The United States will wrap up group play tonight. Head coach Mauricio Pochettino says their goal remains the same despite already clinching Group D.
Because what we are thinking is to win. Of course, that we are qualified, but we want to win.
The U.S. will play Turkey at 10 p.m. Eastern in Los Angeles. Their round of 32 match set for July 1st, with their opponent yet to be determined.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
Now, your chance to win $2,500. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. America. That's America. Enter it now.
The show that takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Rocket fall.
So let me take a second to tell you thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. And we appreciate you choosing us over the same 3 songs over and over and over again. I know it's a tough decision, but here you are regardless. Hang out with us and learn more at thenewsjunkie.com. Okay, we're going to get into the Power Hour here in a second. I saw yesterday, and I was talking with Courtney about this a little bit. I was like, how strange is it? iHeart with another round of layoffs going on now. Some of the industry outlets are saying it's like one of the biggest ones they've ever done. They do these things where they just like list all of the people in every single market that's being canned and people who are being replaced. And oh God, it's just like an ongoing massive list, I guess, in this latest round of iHeart layoffs that's happening today, happened yesterday as well. I mean, I hate to say this, but I think there was legitimately somebody who was at the event we went to where we told you that they asked you what you would do if you weren't in radio. And I think that person is no longer in radio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they were like, hey, what would you do if you weren't in radio? And you'd be like, I would do this. And now I think that person is getting to explore that. I think that person has been eliminated from the game. That is iHeartRadio employment here on the show. So I want to say that to say this. There is no better way to support this show, no better way possible in the world than to make a move and go over to be a premium subscriber on thenewsjunkie.com and unlock secret shows. All right. It is a huge, huge way to support us and what we're doing here every day. And it is a way to bulletproof this show from the suits and anything that could possibly happen moving forward. You never know what's going to happen in this industry. You never know what's going to happen with this company. It's just constantly this kind of nonsense. The suits, just their favorite thing to do is fire people. That's what they do. That's what they get off on. The exit ramp for this is to make the show bulletproof and to get as many people who say, you know what? I don't care about the connection to these particular stations as much as I care about my connection to the show. I'm going to show them that. I'm going to go subscribe to secret shows right now. I know I'll get an endless well of uncensored shows. I know that, tonight being Thursday, tonight's Thursday. So at 8 o'clock, that will give you access to watch or listen to secret shows live, depending on your subscription. It's as little as $2.99 a month to show your support. And another way you could do it, and middle finger to the man, the suits over at iHeartRadio, is to gift subscriptions to other people. We have people who have been so generous, like Sun State John earlier with 41 gifted subscriptions. That is what helps, because eventually that makes it so you don't need a corporation to pay for anything. You don't need any kind of signals and stations and anywhere on the dial. We could be everywhere. We can keep going no matter what happens around here. So if you want to throw some support that way, do that over at thenewsjunkie.com. Unlock premium access to the show. Unlock secret shows. Be with us tonight for that. Or gift some to some other listeners who are maybe struggling a little bit more and want to ride along on your gifted subscriptions over on thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's do the Power Hour.
They said it couldn't be done. Then they said,
here is the lion, Mr. Watson. And over here is the water buffalo. The cheetah.
It's time for the Power Hour on the News Junkie.
Water buffalo.
Nonsense. Give me like can you find a copyright-free, like, jungle sound? I want like some sort of like
I'm sure
some sort of music that you might hear on a safari, right? Like a safari type song that you might hear. Because you're not giving me enough of the soundscape to make it real, because it did sound like an African dude, I think.
Okay, all right, let's see. Does this sound like it?
Let's see. Yeah. Perfect.
Right, now, and let me just find that clip of you again, because I got to go back and see it.
Because if we combine the clip with the sort of soundscaping, bringing people to the beautiful African reserve where I was trying to transport myself, I think that people will go, oh, yeah, that does sound like an African safari tour guide. I 100% think so. I think we can make that happen.
Hang on, I'm finding it.
Okay. All right, okay, get that done. Make that happen on your end, and then we'll see. Okay. CF says, it's getting old. He sounds like he hates his job. You have talent. Do your own thing, man. Mods, ban CF. That kind of stuff is annoying. It's not helpful. You're obnoxious. You're trying to get my attention. Congratulations. You just got it for 5 seconds. Now, whoever's over there, ban CF 485, who's constantly trying to do this, constantly trying to get a little attention from this. What I'm telling you is what my plans are on this show. I've been so unbelievably forthcoming with all of this. In a way I probably shouldn't be necessarily. I've said that I have signed a deal with this company to ride it out, get in front of as many people as possible, and try to build the foundation for what is next after this. You saying like, oh my God, I'm over. You're obnoxious. You're getting old. I want you to be out of the audience. Gone. Please leave. Bye. I don't want you to be here anymore. I don't need you. I don't care about you. Go. Goodbye. See you later. Bye, guy. Yes. Bye. Thank you. Yeah, bye. Okay. Now, and just for the record, you can go to the website right now and cross-reference all of the things that I'm saying, all the things that we're going to be doing, and also support the show by doing everything I said. Don't let these annoying people bother you. Gnats, all right? Now, here we go. Well, I want to bring you back to Africa, and then now my impersonation, I think, will ring through. Okay, ready?
Here is the lion, Mr. Watson. And over here is the water buffalo, the cheetah.
That's good. Are you going to tell me that doesn't sound like an actual African safari guide right there?
Little bit.
100%.
Water buffalo sounded like it was kind of edging towards something different, but sure, yeah, it was good.
No, that was legitimately an African safari guide.
And over here is the water buffalo, the cheetah.
That's good. I think it's good. I think people are going to turn the corner on this one. They were saying it sounded Asian before.
The water buffalo part sounded a little Asian.
It definitely sounded Asian.
Water buffalo.
I don't know why I said it that way, but it did make it more legit.
The cheetah.
At least the cheetah.
The cheetah.
There you go. All right, I want to get to a couple of your emails here because we haven't worked in enough of them. Here is some anonymous confessions, like this one. I said, best confession today will get a prize. This person says, I have a serious problem. I would like to remain anonymous. Oh, God. I have a serious problem with my wife. It's so bad, I think I'm going to divorce her. She watches TV as she's on her phone scrolling, which is annoying. And then she sits through the whole movie and asks what's going on. I can't watch a whole movie without having to stop in the middle of the movie and explain what happened 10 minutes ago. And I'm really getting frustrated. It's like I shouldn't even be watching that movie. I don't know how to fix it. And I'm so over it. Please help, says Anonymous. That's their confession. I think what you're describing is incredibly normal, just for the record.
I thought the email was from me for a second, but the thing, the problem is when I think that my wife has just been playing New York Times crosswords the whole thing and not paying attention, about 8 times out of 10, she knows what's going on, sometimes better than I do. So I don't really have a leg to stand on there.
Yeah.
Not divorceable.
I will tell you, there's one move that I've tried that is good that fixed this for me. And that is Courtney and I, we watch a movie most nights, or we watch like some episodes of a series of TV shows or whatever. And before the movie starts, we both take our phones, we go into the room, we plug our phones into the chargers, and we leave them there. We don't have them within reach. We don't have them in our hands.
Lock them up like a stand-up comedian.
Kinda, yeah. We're locking them away. And that way the movie comes on and our attention is on the movie or the show that we're watching, and we're not even slightly distracted by that. And for us, that's been pretty successful, actually. So I think that you might benefit from that. It could help out quite a bit. Let me know how it works. Let's see. Nick says to tips@thenewsjunkie.com, I've had dogs forever, and I never put on any damn sunscreen on my dog. However, we do have a white horse that we have to put kid-safe sunscreen on because the horse will get burned up on its nose and ears. Love the show. You guys rock, says Nick. Thank you,
Interesting.
Nick. Never heard of that, but that's a thing, I guess.
When we talked about that before, that was about the veterinarian that said we should be sunscreening our dogs. Mm-hmm. Evil Eye brought up a good point and said, look, foxes and wolves have survived in the wild for how long without a drop of sunscreen? No sunscreen for the foxes and wolves.
Yeah.
And everybody's been okay.
All of the animals have never had this, as far as I know. Or though I guess you could say, and somebody might have said this already, I think some animals do self-regulate with this. Like, isn't that why pigs are filthy?
Maybe. I do know one animal that self-regulates.
What I heard, and I might be wrong. Oh, God.
The cheetah.
What I heard, and I might be wrong, was I heard that pigs are filthy, not because they like to be filthy, but because they can't sweat. And so they cover themselves in mud when it's really hot outside to make them more comfortable. So I don't know if that's true, but maybe that's like their version of sunscreen, and they roll around in it because of that. Elephants, too, I think. I don't know.
I typed, why do pigs get, and I have nose rings, which I know the answer to, castrated, hairy in the wild, so big, stunned, diarrhea. Ooh, that sounds like a terrible thing. And hair in their gums.
So nothing about that. But I've heard that's a thing. I could be wrong. I don't know much about these kind of farming.
No, it says pigs roll in the mud and get dirty for 3 essential survival reasons. They lack functional sweat glands, points Sean, so they cannot cool off by perspiring. Wallowing in the mud provides essential temperature regulation. It also protects from the sun. It's a natural sunscreen. And a little bit of pest control. Okay. A little bit of pest control for the big.
So it's useful. It does something for them.
Earlier when I Googled, do dogs get skin cancer? Before I typed skin cancer, it was like, do dogs get, and there was a whole bunch of things. Dementia, Do dogs get bored? But my favorite was
they do.
My favorite was, and I'm like, oh, there's a lot of angry neighbors who have contributed to the algorithm bumping up this search. But it said, do dogs ever get tired of barking?
Yeah. That's one that I've probably wanted to Google myself from time to time. You get a neighbor that's just doing that, but I know they get bored. I know that one is absolutely 1,000% true. We've got John emailing. He says, I'm a little behind. I paused the show during meetings earlier, but I've been through 4 or 5 earthquakes, the biggest being the Northridge earthquake. My wife and I were about to move to Japan, so we had nothing in the apartment but camping mats to sleep on. Yeah, you heard it here first, folks. He indeed did say that he was moving to Japan.
Japan!
Nailed it. And back to, where was the dispatch? Did I lose it? Son of a bitch. Oh, God. It was an email. My wife and I were about to move to Japan, so we had nothing in the apartment but camping mats to sleep on. I woke up in the middle of the night to the sound of my wife screaming in my face, and then I realized I was in the air. I bounced off the ground a few times before managing to stand up, and being an idiot, immediately started combing around in the dark to try to find my video camera. I got it turned on, and just after, the shaking stopped, of course. We went outside to the sound of all the car alarms in the city going off and the smell of natural gas around the pool area. My next-door neighbor had run through his glass table in the dark and was bleeding all over his legs. My God. He tried to light a cigarette, and I stopped him, then spent the next hour trying to make sure that nobody lit a cigarette. I went into our office building the next day. Even though it was condemned and in one of the ripped-apart walls, I could see a 12 to 14-inch diagonal square tube beam was shattered in half with a 6-inch gap between two halves of the beam. I don't know what that part's about, but he's saying it was pretty jarring, obviously, to be in that situation. And when you're in an earthquake like that, I guess it is important. You need to be aware of any natural gas lines or natural gas in those places being exposed. Somebody trying to light a cigarette could blow everybody up, I guess. All right, we have time for 2 dispatches. Here is
That's why
Jackie.
smoking kills.
True. Talking about air conditioning. Go, Jackie.
The problem with air conditioners in Europe, my girlfriend lives in Scotland. It's hot, but it's only like hot for 1 or 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's like a decent temperature with no humidity. It's not like crazy Florida heat. So they don't see the point. If anything, they could do the window units over there, but reconfiguring all their old buildings, it's not worth it for like a couple weeks a year.
No, I don't think they should reconfigure all their old buildings. That doesn't make sense. I agree with you 100%. This is something where Europe needs to get on board. Europe, and I'm talking about England, I'm talking about France in particular, but a lot of the UK, they don't want to add air conditioners to places because they literally have been told and brainwashed into this idea that it's going to harm the environment and harm people. And so that's why they won't upgrade to have air conditioners. And in many cases, there's politicians that will regulate things so they can't have air conditioners. So when I say that, I'm talking about little window units and stuff, especially for older people. I'm talking about schools and new builds should 100% make sure that they have really good ventilation and really good air conditioner. Old people's homes, those kind of things, they need to build all of that in over time. But most people would just benefit from a window unit. And the idea that they don't is kind of crazy. Scotland might be a couple of weeks a year. That makes sense where they are geographically. France, Spain. I mean, these places, it gets much warmer for a longer period of time in some of those places. And they still don't have that much in terms of air conditioners. Here's Big Al. Hello, Big Al.
I feel so stupid.
It's
you guys
okay.
keep talking about gifted subs, and it just now hit me.
You're not the first.
That
Yep.
it's subscriptions, not actual public subs.
We could do that too,
I'm
though.
a freaking idiot. Anyway, I went
I'd
to
love a gifted sub like that.
newsjunkie.com, and it says this site domain is for sale.
Big Al, I don't know how much I can do here. The website is thenewsjunkie.com.
No,
with an
buy
IE.
up the one that's for sale, though.
You won't have to think of the website if you just search for The News Junkie and download the app.
We're going to drop the. It's cleaner.
We're not. No, that website, I've tried to buy it many times, just newsjunkie.com. I've tried to buy it many times. They see that I'm associated with iHeart, and they want to charge just oodles of money. I think $100,000 or something was one of the last quotes that they gave me for that.
Come on.
I don't care about that much. I'd rather just have what I have. go to thenewsjunkie.com. And when the subscriptions are available, as they were earlier, maybe they will be before the end of the show. Who knows? If somebody hits that gift icon on the website. When they are, you can claim them with one click. So do that. Quick break. When we come back, we'll get into the Power Hour rolls on. We're going to talk about this pastor that's in the news and the flight from hell. Yeah, we're going on a plane, all right? Like it or not, it's happening. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's when. Whoa. Whoa, buddy. There you are. There you are. Welcome behind the scenes. Go like activate. I've been wanting to punt that guy for probably the last 2 months. He's constantly posting shit like that. That's why he got banned. It wasn't simply about that one comment, just for the record. It's always some obnoxious horse shit. It's always something that's about centering himself in the moment. So no thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Oh. Goodness. Goodness. Woo. Ban them all? I don't want to ban anybody. I can just tell people that need to be banned over time because every time it's the same sort of comment. And then other people get it. And oftentimes I'll see like, oh, it's because you disagree with them. I don't give a shit if anybody disagrees with me. I want you on some things to disagree with me. Tell me what you think. Tell me why you think I might be wrong. All that stuff. Tell me all of that stuff. Love it. There's people in chat every day that probably disagree with almost everything I say. It's not that. That's not the problem. If you need a refresher, go look at thenewsjunkie.com/rules. Okay? Can you turn up the gain on Skull Mic? It shouldn't have changed. It should be loud enough still. Hello, testing 1, 2. Okay.
Municipal bonds don't get the media coverage the stock market does. But if you're looking for a potential source of tax-free income, now may be the time to consider municipal bonds from Kenyan and Walsh. If you have at least $10,000 to invest, call and talk to a tax-free bond specialist at 800-761-9761. We'll send you our exclusive bond guide, free, with details.
I don't know if you guys have seen this video out of Minnesota where the couple has gone viral for yelling at this Somali family. The couple is now fighting back. If we have time, we'll try to get into that. We'll see if we can figure out what's what.
Call today to request your free bond guide. 800-761-9761. That's 800-761-9761.
Don't forget, Secret Shows, fully uncensored, a hell of a time, live at 8 p.m. tonight. Sounds good over here? Good. Good to hear. Man Kickin says, I disagree with that. You are never wrong, Sean. I'm wrong all the time. At least every day, multiple times. I'm okay with being wrong. I try to qualify when I think I could be possibly wrong. I try to be open about that. The problem is we have somebody who's like a heckler, and the heckler always tries to be like the free speech guy at the same time. And can I tell you, folks, the most annoying thing in the entire world to me is so many times the person who does that will email and they'll be like, I'm so sorry. I'm a huge fan. I love the show. I love you so much. I think you're so great. I was just trying to like do a bit and you're like, oh, please don't do that. Don't do the bit. Hang out with everybody else. Talk to everybody else. Spend time with the good people in chat. Do that. Put your opinions on the line. Hello, hello. Oh, we don't have enough time? Maybe an 8? Okay, let's do an 8 then. I'll keep it tight. Sorry, I have not been keeping it tight. True. I like that it knows that.
Yeah, the underfill.
Yeah. That's handy, actually.
Oh, dude. Doing best of, like, that's the
Stay consistent. You can check it out.
All right, real quick, C-Lane. We've got all the cameras. We've got the HDMI from the laptop. Is there anything else that we need to order before next Friday's live show?
I need Austin to make cables.
Okay, we need Austin to make cables. Did you text him at all or no?
No, I haven't.
Austin, if you're out there, we need you to make cables. Emergency, double time. How many cables do we need? A bunch?
3 or 4.
Okay, and that's just so you can like do the thing where you can plug them in and make it real slick. I forgot what that's called.
Oh yeah, the panel I'm building.
The panel, yeah. That's not the word I was searching for.
I'll do the stuff inside the rack, but the cables will plug into the panel on the back.
Yeah, just to make it cleaner.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then are you bringing your microphones?
I can, yeah. If we're gonna do that, we're gonna do SM7 or we're gonna do handheld.
Well, I'm gonna use my pod mic.
Okay.
And have it mounted to something. But whatever audio stuff is sticking around for Jack and their show, I gotta confirm with them that they don't want to use like the headsets or something.
Okay, yeah. I don't like the headsets personally, so that's fine by me. I could bring as many mics as we need.
Okay. I'm gonna put you up here.
Okay. Okay. All right, we're coming back, folks.
Research studies. Many people who use Viome report better digestion, more energy, and an improved mood within months. So stop guessing. Start knowing.
And maybe still eat the kale?
Maybe. Learn more at Viome.com/know. V as in Victor, IOME.com/KNOW. And use coupon code VIOME50 to save $50 off your purchase.
And eat everything blue.
No, thank you.
Hi, this is Mark Spain, and we're hiring listing agents. Are you ready for a career move that will be rewarding and earn you the high income you deserve? If you enjoy delivering great customer service and working with people, I want to talk to you. Go to joinmarkspain.com and apply today.
The global stage is lit. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is on.
Lionel Messi!
iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026.
Live. Lock in your preset now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Just search World Cup.
Just a beauty for a second of the game.
Every unforgettable moment.
Wherever you are.
Brilliant from Mbappe. France lead.
Don't miss Team USA's next match tonight at 10 Eastern.
The world is listening.
Are you?
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Now, your chance to win $2,500. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. America. That's America. Enter it now.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or 2 or 4. You're listening to
for a lot of people. What do you carry around your neighborhood when you're just trying to exist? Just try to walk around. Is it a gun? C-Lane says gun. All right,
I don't actually, not in the neighborhood, really. No,
you got a safe neighborhood. It's a nice place. But there's different stories out there like this that lead me to believe that some people are living different lives, which, obviously just makes sense. I want to try to play this. I don't know if this is legit or not, but there's been some stories about how in Chicago, the murders are up, things are more dangerous, and blah, blah, blah. I could tell you as somebody who lived in Chicago for 6 years that it's not anything new that the murders are up. People kill each other, and specifically, they kill each other in particular neighborhoods in the south of Chicago and neighborhoods that are rife with gang violence. It's mostly young black men killing each other in Chicago. If you look at the statistics, this is what it bears out for you. And it always happens the same way. It's in the summer. When it's hot, they go out, they start to get into it. They start with the gang rivalry stuff, and they shoot each other over nothing. They're killing each other over nothing. And they make it seem each other like, wow, the homicides are up. It's just the weather. When it's cold, people kill each other less. I don't know why. I mean, they don't want to go outside. They're inside. They're less likely to shoot each other. It's a good side effect from that. But the story I saw said, this is from WTTW, shootings, homicides in Chicago up this year as they continue to outpass last year's historic lows. Well, that's when they happen anyhow, right? It's still up over last year around the same time. So you've got more homicides than you did last year at the same time. But it's this time of year that you see way more in terms of violence in these areas. And this woman posted a video of herself, and she said, Chicago has gotten so dangerous in her neighborhood. If we're to believe her, that she says she has to carry something around with her. I'm going to play this. C-Lane, stay by the dump button because I have no idea if this woman is going to curse up a storm. I'm going to try my best to keep this clip going. But she says that she has to prepare herself and keep herself safe because her neighborhood has gotten more dangerous. Here she is.
A lot of people ask me how I feel so safe walking around Chicago alone at night. And the answer is that I carry a hammer. Just a full hammer. And I know you're probably asking yourself, but Nora, why didn't I just carry like pepper spray or something else? It's because that is not a visual.
I thought that was coming. I thought that was on the way. You got that?
Yeah.
Okay. She says it's about having a visual deterrent. And she says, if somebody sees me with a hammer, do you think they're going to F with me? She's literally walking along the street with a hammer in her hand. And she goes, look, it's important that you have some kind of visual deterrent with yourself to protect yourself. And then she goes over Chicago's homicide rate, yada, 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 yada. And I wonder, do any of you have something that you bring with you in your own neighborhood? Like, are you carrying something with you in your own neighborhood? I know when Courtney goes out, she protects herself. She's got pepper spray and stuff that she has with her because
she needs to bring that hammer.
She needs to bring a hammer, apparently. I've never heard of that before. I've never heard of walking around with a hammer. A lot of people are saying dogs, and I have heard of that. And that does seem to be a rather smart thing to do, to have your dog with you if you can. But also, if you say it's a physical deterrent, what is that going to do if the other people have guns? So the people in Chicago that you're scared of have guns, and you're like, oh, I've got a hammer right here. I mean, I guess that's better than nothing. But it still seems like it's not enough. She's got a hammer. She's going to fix you. I don't think brandishing a weapon is legal. Well, the hammer probably would be, right? The hammer.
If you're going to use it as a weapon, I mean, if you're using the hammer as a weapon, I think in this girl's case, it's because she's being attacked or because she's not brandishing it as a weapon. She's just holding it.
She's holding it in her hand.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
My gut tells me that this is one of those things that makes you feel good, but doesn't really do anything. If there were some gangsters on the corner really, really dead set on robbing you or attacking you, I seriously doubt they're going to be like, that white woman has a hammer right now, so let's fully call it off.
Yeah.
Does it make it more likely that they'll call it off? Yes. It's definitely a threat, and it could prove to be an issue. But if they really were dead set on it, I don't know that the hammer would be like. Actually, she was kind of saying some people bring the pepper spray with them. I will tell you, pepper spray, bear spray, whatever, is literally one of the best deterrents. It works very well. A gun is a better deterrent.
I don't know about okay. You're saying deterrent.
Yeah. If somebody goes to mess with you, I mean,
pepper spray is a deterrent when some trouble has already started. She doesn't want the trouble to start. She thinks the hammer is going to do the trick. But I think just like you don't know when people have pepper spray on it, so it's not a deterrent until you start messing with them, and then they pull out the pepper spray and spray your ass, and now you're down for the count.
Yeah, she says it works, though. She said this is the way to do it. This is me protecting myself out on the streets.
I don't know if I'd put that out there, lady. It sounds like a challenge to some people, you know.
If you need me, I'll be walking with my hammer in the middle of the night alongside the streets. She says you need a physical deterrent. There she is. And
some gangster comes up to her like, they call me Nails. I ain't afraid of no hammer.
Look, it's better than nothing. But if you're so worried, I would say get a gun. Like, if you're really worried about your safety, I would say get a gun, take lessons on how to use the gun, take lessons on how to defend yourself. I'm aware that Chicago has some pretty different, let's say, handgun laws, but you could probably get your hands on one legally. And if you had one, that would be your best bet. If you're not going to have a lethal weapon, although maybe you would say that the hammer is a lethal weapon to defend yourself, I think the bear spray and those things are incredibly effective, way more effective than anybody realizes in so many cases. But they said carjacking's 10 times the national average, aggravated assault 3 times the national average, and robbery rate 6 times higher. Robbery in Chicago is what you have to worry about the most. That's just the truth. The robbery rate, because they will steal your car. If you leave your car running, these people will steal your car. They'll mess with you if they see you on the street and they think that you have some money, you have a nice watch or something. That these people will steal from you 100%. When it comes to looking at the homicide rate, if I look at the homicide rate in Chicago, it's not gang members just killing randos. It's gang members killing other gang members. It's usually not just some random white woman who carries a hammer along with her, but I'm sure people have different ways to protect themselves, or at least that's what they think they're doing. Do you think this will be successful? Do you think there's a better way to handle it? Let us know how you handle yourself and protect yourself. Send us a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com or email tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com. All right. We got to take a quick break. Then we'll be on time for our final segment here. Final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And, of course, today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. All of that is coming up next on The News Junkie.
Monsters, The News Junkie, and The Jim Colbert Show. All broadcasting live from Outdoor July 3rd. Details at realradio.fm/freedom.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Happy Thursday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we are going to be expecting another hot, humid, and stormy day. It will feel a lot like Florida out there. Plan for highs to warm their way into the low and middle 90s with a high of around 94 degrees today in Orlando. We'll see a...
Hello! It's time to wrap it up, folks. It's time to pack up our bags. I got to thank DJ Rage for the 10 gifted subs when we return.
Just need the once over or your home isn't as cool as it used to be. Visit advancedairandheat.com. Advanced Air Home Services.
Absolutely amazing.
20806.
Gentlemen, if you are starting to see the symptoms of erectile dysfunction show up in the bedroom, no fun. No fun. I get it. And it can be a little embarrassing.
Grab those now. Claim them over on thenewsjunkie.com. Looks like there's a few left. There's one left. One gifted sub left for DJ Ray.
End up, where they go. The only road we have to go down right now is surgery, and they definitely don't want that. They don't want you to go under the knife. It is painful. It's invasive. It's expensive, and there's.
Thanks to Edelman, Andrew Edelman, the new subscriber over on Secret Shows. Appreciate the subscription.
Results right there in the office. Right there.
Thanks to all of you. Terrace Pilot says 8.7 double earthquakes out of 10. Double earthquake is crazy. Rate the show 10 out of 10. Into the Hall of Fame it goes. 1 out of 10, the Hall of Shame. 8 cancer cats out of 10. That's dark. That's dark. But I appreciate it. Absolutely. Don't forget the big live show, the grand return, next Friday, July 3rd. Be part of the Quattro. For the 4th of July, 4 stunning, never-before attempted games. Never before attempted in the history of broadcasting. The winner of them all will leave with $500, courtesy of JustCallMo.com. plus additional prizes. That could be a nice day for you, huh? 10 out of 10 says peanuts. Rage says 10 out of 10. 9 out of 10 spider curses. 9 disappearing penises out of 10. Always a 10, even though I missed most of it, but I loved what I heard. God bless you. Sean, you should buy Courtney a pepper ball gun, a little pricey but effective. Sean, how portable are those? Could you like run with that? Is it something you could, like, could you have that on you and go for a run? Or, because pepper spray is like a small little thing you could carry. 9.1 eye gas bubbles out of 10. Ow! 666 subs, Sean. That's true. The number of the beast, baby. The mark of the beast. Ten always loves the show, says Alan. Thank you, Alan. 10 out of 10 says MFQ. God bless you. Banger Friday show coming up tomorrow. I'm going to go get Today I Learned. So I think for next Friday's show, I think we're going to go with this setup. We'll have 3 cameras on myself, Sealand, and Josh. We'll have one camera on each of us. And then we'll have a camera that we swivel between audience and a wide shot, which will be much like this camera here. So we'll have like an audience / wide shot camera. And then when you guys are participating in the Quattro games, you'll be able to come up. We'll have an area set aside for the competitions. We're going to get you all mic'd up so everybody listening can hear real nice and clear. We have to make sure all this works perfectly. But if it does, then I think we'll have a plan in place for, like I said, maybe three live broadcasts a year. That's about enough. I got something small for your mom to carry. Sean says you can carry it just like a regular pistol. I'm going to send an email asking to defend my title from the first year in the games. That Avendosora may be a way for you to get in the first competition or the second competition or the third competition. Because we'll have 3 rounds, and then the winners of all of those rounds will compete in the final hour of the show to see who wins the Quattro. And that's going to be the one that you get the $500 cash for. I'm curious as to what the games are going to be. We got some really fun games. Nothing is like mega embarrassing at all. I don't want to do anything like that. It's all fun stuff that'll be fun to listen to, fun to watch, and even more fun to participate in. 90 seconds. South side of Chicago is bad Leroy Brown's old stomping ground. True. South side of Chicago. All right. Thank you, everybody. We love you. More details about the live broadcast tomorrow on the show. Big Banger Friday production. Don't miss it for anything. We'll see you then. Stay gold.
Free. Yes. No matter what team you're cheering for, you can hear it all on the free iHeartRadio app.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. June is Men's Health Awareness Month. Did you know that? And Father's Day is right around the corner. And a lot of dads are really bad to take care of themselves. They ignore symptoms. They delay doctor visits and all that. Get your dad to get in and get that heart scan. And matter of fact, if you're a dad, do your family a favor. Go to Life Imaging FLA and get that free heart scan. It'll give them peace of mind. And if there's something wrong, you can have it taken care of of. Life Imaging FLA. They saved a lot of lives of our listeners because people have gone in, gotten that free heart scan, found out they had to have it taken care of, and gotten it taken care of. Life Imaging FLA. Here's what you do. You pick up your cell phone and you dial pound 250. You say the keywords free heart scan. There's a few minimum requirements, but they'll get you in. I got to tell you, man, it really is an awesome thing to do. Takes less than 6 minutes. Also, when you're in there, ask about cancer screening. It's Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keywords free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. Tell them Russ Rollins and the Monster sent you.
Swallowing random supplements and hoping for the best? Bold strategy. Viome creates custom supplements based on what your body actually needs. Start with a simple at-home test. Go to Viome.com. Use code radio. That's Viome.com. Use code radio today.
This earful of real radio is sponsored by We Paint Everything. Visit WePaintEverything.com.
Radio.
Your front row seat to the most viral stories in the world. This is...
Cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Thursday. We'll get to all of that here in just a moment on the show. We said earlier we got our first live broadcast in a real long time coming up next Friday. Tomorrow on the show is going to be great. It's going to be an amazing Friday show, so don't miss out on that at all.
Josh is here. I don't have to work with him.
It is nice, isn't it? It's like a lean back a little bit. But next Friday is going to be the live show. We're at Whiskey Kitchen in Mount Dora live. Be there wherever you're coming from. You're going to have a good time. And what I think what we're channeling, I was talking to Courtney about this yesterday. So then I was like, I'm picturing just like we're doing the Quattro, right? We're doing these games, these amazing games for the 4th of July. It's 3rd of July is the broadcast, but for the 4th of July holiday. We're doing the Quattro, and we're going to do 4 different games. The 4th round will be like a finale round between the winners of the first 3.
Oh, do you think? No, I'm not going to say it on the air. No, I'm not going to say it. I have a question for you afterwards.
We're going to be like the dodgeball panel, you know? Yeah. That's what we're channeling. We're channeling like bold strategy, Cotton.
Yeah.
Let's see if it pays off. You know, we're going to be watching this all play out. Oh, we have to get out of here, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Okay, let's do Today I Learned. Hang on.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Thursday, June 25th, 2026. Here goes nothing. Today I learned this band right here.
Coconut Records.
Nice work.
Yeah.
I did not think you'd pull that one down. There he goes.
Googled the hell out of it.
And what famous guy is in that?
Oh, man. Jason Schwartzman from Phantom Planet.
Look at him go. Jason Schwartzman, the actor, is a recording artist under the name of Coconut Records with Zooey Deschanel and also some members of Incubus that play along in some of these songs. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you tomorrow.